We don't often go, hey, did you check out the fashion? Or look at this. Look at this. I got a joker over here who is a very important part of tonight's big stories. The teams are complete now. So that is what we've got going on. We have a list of these teams all the way through. So now, if you look at these are all my notes. We were keeping track of who, what, where, when, why. And tonight, we're going to be interviewing basically just about everybody. So you don't want to go anywhere. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the comment sections, following along with you guys this evening. But I think the talk of the town was walks played a bigger role this year. We had several folks get walked, and we had a couple interesting last folks that people had their eyes on. Of course, the action started very, very quickly, where you could see Egghead now as an owner driving some of that sort of bidding wars. The real question we have now, though, is, was he just driving up the prices for everybody else? Another notable thing for this year, not as many math failures. Math failures were, of course, it's not everybody's strong suit here in jiu-jitsu. We learn to basically choke people unconscious, not carry the one. Nonetheless, we're going to be here all night, so you guys are going to want to do this right now. You're going to want to hang out with us, make friends, make enemies, whatever it is you want to say, but we'll be watching in the comment section. But for today, my name is Rafa Esparza. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Welcome to the official PGF Draft post-show. All right, folks, you may see these two different shots of me, but I promise you, we are going to consolidate them on over to one. But here's the reason why. We're going to have some friends dropping in very shortly. They're going to be sitting in this seat here. Your boys over on this side, but we're going to have folks drop in, start telling us about their stories. How did they feel getting drafted? What was going through their minds as people were kind of thumbing through their bankrolls and their money? Because guess what? When you watch a night like tonight, you start to wonder, how much do people have left over in their bank accounts? And that was a big question that people had all the way throughout. But I'm very excited to bring to you our very first guest. He started off the night, and he was a hotly contested item. He was, I think, one of our top stars of the evening. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one Travis Haven. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
Hey, Travis, do you feel relieved now, having done this? Were there nerves coming into tonight about how much you would go for?
No, I wasn't too worried about the money at all, but it was more the last 2 months I didn't know what team I was going to be competing on. I had no idea if I was going to the mountains or going to Philly or wherever,
The good news is everybody's mostly in Vegas, so it's not like, we're sending you packing. Like, all right, well, get your gear. You're going to go to the mountains. Okay, things happen. I'm going to go through my notes here because I took some, and I want you to see what I was very fastly writing down as this was going on.
Let's see how this looks.
This was how people were bidding on you, sir. So when they were going back and forth, and I'm going to ask you to just scoot up a little bit. I'm going to scoot back. When this happens and 3,000 right out the gate is on the board, and you're sitting there wondering, what am I going to go for? You know you're not going below the average. Do you already feel great and you're off to the races? Or do you start thinking like, well, I don't want them to stop here. Now I'm having fun with this.
Well, the goal going in, I didn't have a team that I needed to be on. The goal was I wanted a bid from every team. I wanted every team to want me, So when I saw Egghead start with the $3,000 bid, I was just, that's where the smile started, and each bid that came in, the grin got bigger and bigger.
Okay, so that happens, but then it looked like you were very well scouted by a group of people who said, okay, we want you to fit in with us. And you ended up today with the Twisters?
Yep.
Okay. So that means that now you join two other very prominent people with the Twisters. How do you feel now being under the tutelage of Sean Applegate for this particular experience?
I feel great about that. I think Sean is well known in the jiu-jitsu community, especially the 10th Planet community, as being one of the best coaches out there. You know, so I can't wait to start working with those guys, and I'm really excited to work with the 2 athletes they had prior, with Elijah and Kevin. I think I'm going to get a lot of good details from them. Great leg lockers. People tell me I got a game that's similar to Elijah, with a lot of 50-50 and triangle stuff, so I'm excited to really pick his brain and train with both of those guys.
Okay, so we talk about you getting drafted, but then you're not done. You're still over to the side. Now you're watching. At that point, were you conferring with them? Were you giving them some notes on who you wanted to pull, or were you just kind of hanging back and be like, they've got this figured out? Because I'll tell you this much. A whisper from those boys is a scream in other places, so it's kind of hard to keep things on the low.
Yeah. I was sitting back, letting them do their thing. I think everyone knew who I wanted on my team, and that was my teammate Noah McCauley, which didn't happen, but he got picked up at the end for a good amount of money himself.
I mean, I heard you leading that charge. When we talked, you were definitely team captain for the let's draft Noah McCauley onto the team, but then he did get his invite. So at the very least, you were happy to see him get that invite, but now on a rival team. So what is this conversation going to look like now that you've been like, hey man, I was really looking forward to you being here?
Man, I'm just like, after I got drafted first, I sat down and it was my whole focus was on Noah now. You know, I'm just so excited for him to be on a team. I know he's going to do great things. We're going to have to have a match, and we're going to have to scrap during the season, and I'm looking forward to that. That's honestly probably top 3 matchup I'm looking forward to, you know, to go against my teammate.
Travis, you know, I don't get to ask anybody else this because nobody else went number 1. It's an auction draft. You may not go for the most money. Were you nervous that you were the first? Did you want to be first and get right out of the gate? Or were you thinking like, man, I thought I might go second, 15th, second, I don't know.
Yeah, I really had no idea. They told me right before, they asked if I would wear the meta glasses, get some POV footage of me going first, and that was when I found out I was going to be going first. I was excited for that. I wanted to go early, for sure. I wanted to find out early what team I was going to be on so I could start to think and maybe help them out at picking who I wanted on my team. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting first, but it felt good to be up there first, which means all the teams wanted me.
I mean, here's the nice part. Everybody else's anxiety for like being an hour, 2 hours.
That's true.
You get it in and out, and then you get to sit back down.
Yep.
So what is this next month going to look like in terms of prep for you? Because do you live here? Do you commute? How is this working for you now?
I'm not gonna be in Vegas right now. I'm gonna be coming to Vegas when the season starts. So I'll come a few days early just to make sure the weight is all good. I'm gonna have to do a little weight cut.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go talk to all the Twisters guys. I'll reach out. I'm sure we'll have a group chat or something going. I'll see what the training camp, if any, is looking like with those guys. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be training really hard, you know, on my own and back home with the gyms that I train with.
I mean, I'm excited about this because I have to remind myself and jog my memory. But as I look at these things, you know, Anthony Salisbury and you, I thought that you guys would be individually sought out by different teams. And then you guys ended up on the same team together. I mean, that's pretty good. You're talking a lot of qualifier experience there.
Yeah.
So did that kind of feel good to have somebody else that you saw, and even between him and Jake, as teammates now?
Yeah, so I was back doing an interview when they were drafting TV Dinner. So I wasn't even sure. Right when I was walking back, I saw that he was joining the Twisters. So I was excited about that. I don't know too much about the other guys on the team besides Elijah and Kevin, but I know everyone in this draft is a solid athlete. So I'm excited to pick all their brains and be on a team with all of them.
It'll be a lot of fun. And, you know, getting to know you a little bit over our interview and kind of hearing where you were, so professional, so great. So you're going to be a great standard bearer. And I feel like you're going to offset the unprofessionalism of Elijah. So I'm very much looking forward to that. No. I don't want to hear that. No. Because we know at some point, you know, the past couple seasons, Elijah's been a sweetheart. He's been a good kid. He's been a baby face. That kid can turn heel at any time. So
Yeah.
don't think I just forget things. I'm like, no, he's being on his good behavior now. But is he going to break bad? So we're going to need you to be the professional in the room. And Kevin's just really quiet. He's nice.
Yeah.
He's a killer. He lets his jiu-jitsu speak for him.
Yeah.
So y'all have a great freaking team, and we're stoked to have you on out here, sir. So I hope you know this. This is what I always like to say to people who get drafted first and go for a lot of money. This is something that you have earned. This is something that you should enjoy and deserve. So I hope tonight you find a way to celebrate with friends or family, because this is a culmination of a lot of hard work. So you should really enjoy yourself tonight, because we got work to do in exactly 1 month's time, sir. So do you have anybody that you want to shout out and say hello to, or give any sort of notes to your sponsors? That is your camera right there.
Yeah,
sir.
I'd love to. I've got all my family and friends are back home watching right now. So my mom, my dad, my grandma's watching right now. I know my aunts and uncles are all watching. A lot of friends are watching. I train at a lot of gyms, so I've got a ton of teammates watching. I know one of the gyms I train at, Watermark, out in Cleveland, Ohio, they sent me a picture. They were watching me on the TV at the gym, which is that was really cool to see. Shout out 10th Planet Grants Pass. We've got 2 studs in the draft now with me and Noah. We're gonna try to win the whole thing. You know, I'm trying to win the whole thing. I know that's Noah's goal too. Shout out to Hurricane Jiu-Jitsu in Cleveland, Ohio as well. I get to train there a few times a week, and I'm really thankful for those guys too. Shout out to Adamus and all the guys there, Dante Leone, Max Hansen. Those guys have welcomed me with open arms, and I'm very proud to be able to represent all these gyms. So thank you guys all for watching.
Okay, and if you want to learn more about him, there's a new interview that just dropped. And you did a much better job than I did promoting it, but we will be putting clips of that over the next couple weeks, just so you get to know a little bit more about this young man. But an excellent pick, and I'm so happy for you, man.
Thank you so much, Rob.
I'm looking forward to roasting you. It's going to be fun. You seem to have a good sense of humor, and I hope you enjoy your season here with us, sir.
See, thank you. I'm excited to see what you come up with.
Oh, no, you're not. I promise you are not, but go enjoy your day, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Hey,
Rob.
ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We continue this. Oh, wait. Were you throwing gang signs, young man? Don't throw no gang
Peace.
signs. Oh, okay. Peace is
Peace.
fine. No gang signs, though. We can't do that here. All right. I mean, he went for a lot of money up top. He's joining a very powerful team. So we're very excited about that. But Travis Haven going for $5,100 here tonight. So we are just getting started, you guys. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to be with us all night tonight, as we are getting more and more interviews. So we're going to do this thing where I shoot a bat signal to somebody, and I tell you, yes, you do have to see me. Sam Schwarzenfeld, how are you doing, sir?
Well, how are you?
Very well. Can I see the chain here? Is this like a wallet chain or like a pocket
It's a pocket watch.
watch? Oh my goodness.
It's was the best man at my best friend's wedding. This was my gift. So
I'll be very honest. I feel like that is how you know the attention to detail is strong on this. So, Kyle Chambers took home best dressed, but I felt you had to be in the conversation tonight, sir.
I think that I won.
You think you won?
I think I should have won.
Listen, I'm not in charge of that. I am not in charge. We used to give that prize away. Wait, hold on. You have summoned him here.
Hold on. He's going on, you know.
You're so tall, people don't even know it's you, but they know it's you.
Just see it's like the old 90s cartoons when it's the parents, you know what I'm saying? You just know they're adults because you can't see the head.
That's 100% a villain entrance. Oh, hold on
I heard my
here.
name. You summoned me?
Did you say second best dress?
Whoa. I was like, hold on.
Listen, guys, I have to send you back to 10th Planet, not beefing over who got. I even said you're one of the best dressed. I didn't give this prize away. Normally I do, but this year they let somebody
There
else.
only
give
could
it.
be one.
Wow. Okay, the posturing is there. Sam, how are you doing? You went for good money tonight, and you were able to make a strong statement. I have to ask this. What compelled you to make this statement tonight? Because not many people do, and I thought you used your time excellent tonight.
I don't. At the point, especially at the point that I was in the draft, like I knew what money was left, so it's like it is what it is. There wasn't like I had to like sell myself, nor would I have. You know, it's like you have your research, so it's like you should again, what you want. Egg, I knew would wanted me from the beginning, and he would have paid whatever he had to get me. So that's nice to know, and I'm happy to be on his team. Just where I was in the draft, that's what it just worked out to be. My message, I've been trying to put my opinions out more, and I do have very strong feelings about things, and I can be quite direct and a little bit maybe blunt when I say things. So I wanted to make sure I could try and give a statement that I think says something, but I didn't need to talk for, super long. Like, I can talk about these things for days, and I have so many friends that I know personally who have showed me, text messages that they've received and just Instagram things and pictures, and just like I feel great that that those people feel safe enough to come talk to me about those things, and trust that I won't share what they don't want me to share. But I see it, and it's just something I've never done. Like, I've never been creepy. I've never touched a woman inappropriate. Like, I never, even like in college, it's like I would see like guys that just go up and like they grab a woman, and like a lot of the time maybe it works, it is what it is, but drugs, alcohol, and all that. But like I just never felt comfortable putting my hands on somebody without like asking them, talking to them, feeling it out. And that's the same way it is with me. Like, I don't want somebody to like come touch me. I don't like being touched when I'm out in public. And it's weird because like I know it's obviously not the same at all, but like even men like out in public, when I've been out in Vegas before, like men will like they're like they're becoming friends with maybe my groups of friends, and they try to grab me and hug me, and I'm just like whoa, like like I don't like being touched, and it's just like I can understand what it's like to be touched in a way that you don't enjoy. So it's like, because I have felt that, I have felt like I don't like being touched this way. So like I say something, and I know for a woman it's a lot difficult, a lot more difficult, especially in a space dominated so much by men. But just I've been wrestling like since 5 years old, and I remember at like no girls I don't remember then. I maybe remember in middle school there was one girl, and she actually went on to be like a world champ. Her name was Jenna Burkett, and she used to beat the crap out of guys. Like, I was so happy I never had to wrestle her. But there was only one, and that was like maybe 15 years ago. And to see it now, like now I see they have college teams, high school teams, state tournaments, scholarships for female wrestling. It's blowing up, and the same is happening with the women in jiu-jitsu. And I don't want to like see them get discouraged in that, because I believe that they're a huge part of helping the men just as much. They're good on the social media, they're posting, they like stuff, they comment on stuff. Most of the people who repost me are generally women. So it's like I know that they can help build the sport in a way that men might not be able to do, and I want them to feel safe.
Thank you for that. And I know a lot of people choose to use their platform to put themselves over, and they're perfectly acceptable to do that, but it's an important time, and I think more women feel secure hearing more allies say stuff like that.
I thought it was a good opportunity and the right platform to, especially if nobody else was going to, like there's not, I want to know, like, that was really it. I want women to know that, just because you're not here competing, it doesn't mean that, some of us are not, rooting for you still.
Absolutely. And I mean, not only that, but you made the endorsement that you think that more women are more exciting than some of the guys here. And I don't think you're wrong in that regard, because there are a lot of very exciting women's matches that really go under the radar sometimes.
I mean, in combat sport, it's like the way I see it is, the two, if they're, same sex going against each other, it's like it just comes down to technique. And I think that, with their, I mean, first off, a lot of them feel that they still have something to prove, and
right.
Maybe they do. Like, maybe women do have something to prove. Like, they have to, prove that, hey, like, we can be entertaining. Like, this doesn't have to be a male-dominated sport. So I like that they go out there and they go for it.
Yep.
What I enjoy the most though is like they have like extreme flexibility, different gas tanks, different types of bodies, and like you just see them like getting bent in the craziest ways, and I'm just like, damn, like my arm would be in 3.5 pieces right now.
For
and
sure.
I'm just looking at them, they're like, that's okay. Like they go for it. A lot of them have that insane flexibility, so I think that gives them another aspect of excitement.
Well, what can you promise us this season? Because here's the thing. I'm a promo guy. I watch that. So when you don't promo yourself, I get nervous because I'm thinking like, well, I want you to go for good money. I want you to get out there, sell yourself. But what can you promise us this season? Because you've been here before. You've been to the dance. You have a high-paced energy. You got a gas tank for days. So what can people expect from you this season at the PGF?
You're going to be entertained. Every match, I'm, entertaining. I have the feet game. Like I have the takedowns. I don't think anybody's going to come close to taking me down. We're going to end up, in the benches. We're going to end up different places. I'm not going to stop moving until I'm a place that I like to be. So you're just gonna, see a lot of mixes of fast, slow, everything, putting it together. Doing jujitsu, combining my jujitsu with wrestling. I think since the last seasons that I've done in the PGF, I look at that person and I'm just like, oh, he didn't even know how to do jiu-jitsu yet. And now I know that I know how to do jiu-jitsu, but I hope even, in a couple of years from now, I look at this person and I'm just like, wow, he didn't even know how to do jiu-jitsu again.
Well, sir, I'm excited to have you come back here. I look forward to you returning to these mats, and I hope all is great. But before we get you on out of here, do you mind looking at that camera and shouting out any good folks? And I know, you've trained on over with Coach Andy over at Forge, a phenomenal human being, just one of the best strength and conditioning coaches out in Los Angeles. But the floor is all yours, sir.
Yeah. A couple of people I'd like to thank personally. I know that one of my most recent sponsors who, is very adamant about things that I'm adamant about is, just creating safe spaces for all people, whether, they can afford to or not. So the Vove Project, definitely check them out. I really appreciate them. I can't thank Eddie Bravo enough. His system just gave me the most unique ways to look at the sport, to become creative, and just, learn all the different positions. And anybody can see his stuff on YouTube. He has a whole Mastering the System on his YouTube page, and you can learn everything that I learned, broken down, great videos, slow, explained, access to years worth of information. It's like you don't have to be there to get good training. I think that's what I like about jiu-jitsu is like you can just, if you have one person and you're dedicated enough, like you can learn a lot through YouTube. So definitely check out Mastering the System. If you're gonna want to support me, Sam Schwartz 10P, that's my Instagram. Check me out. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If even if you have need somebody to communicate with, if you are a woman, I don't really care if it doesn't have to be just women, but like anybody who knows in an uncomfortable situation and maybe you don't feel comfortable saying something, you're welcome to reach out to me and I'll do the best that I can to help you.
Well, Sam, thank you for saying that, and please have a great rest of your night, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we continue this party going on. I believe Austin is coming in next. Austin, I'm going to ask a favor. Do you mind pressing a little button on the autofocus? I want to make sure our friend is firmly in focus here on this camera. You just point on him, and we'll see if this works. Going in 3. See how blurry he is right there? If we can just make him a little in focus, that'd be great. Because look, he's putting up a heart for you guys.
It's for my fiance.
This is for your. Oh, it's not for the guys.
It's not for the guys.
Okay. Want to be very clear. Oh, well, let's put it that way. I'm gonna take that camera off. All right, he's gonna try and fix that while we come back over here. Appreciate you guys for the patience. Let's look at that. That's much better. See, look, now you can throw it up. There we go. Austin, okay, let's talk about it. I wrote down copious amounts of notes because I wanted to make sure I followed along. I'm going to ask you a qualifying question here, okay?
I'm here for it. Let's hear it.
Okay, the qualifying question is, did anybody go for more money than you tonight?
No one did. I was the highest paid athlete in the draft.
Congratulations.
Some would
on
say
that.
that's the number one draft.
It's a weird thing because there is somebody who gets picked first, and for a while, I thought Travis put a good statement out there. And I was thinking like, that's going to be a hard number to beat tonight. And you were right after him, so you went second. And tonight, sir, please correct me if I'm wrong, you went for $5,400 tonight?
$5,400.
But did you see this bidding order that happened here?
I did not. I couldn't keep up. The hands were going up so fast. I didn't know which team I would land on because it was one here, one there, one here, one there. I had 3 teams dogging over me. It was the Phenoms, Denver, and the Kings landed it. So I'm excited to be a part of the team.
They did. And, what do you feel really sold it for them? Because you have a plethora of experience. You made a great statement in saying you've had over 200 matches, you said? Okay, so you made this case, but what do you think drove it home to really put your market value that high up?
I think it's the whole package, right? I think I fit their morals, their standards, their goals as an athlete. I think I'm a good athlete, but I'm not trying to, walk around with my chest puffed out. I'm just a guy, I'm just a cowboy, God-fearing man that wants to come out here and do some jiu-jitsu, put some work in, show all the kids at the kids class that, you know, they can be here and do the same thing I'm doing one day. And I think we aligned. I think that's what put over the edge is I have a lot of things. I'm not just good at jiu-jitsu. I'm a guy that wants to do life good. I want to be a king on and off the mat, right? And the saying at my gym is we're going to be black belts on and off the mat, you know? So I think we aligned so much there that they want someone that aligned with their vision, but also was good. And I think I fit that mold.
I agree with you. And imagine the nervousness I had when we did our interview and we had to talk about that because I didn't want to overplay the hand. I wanted you to have a fair shake, but we had to talk about the fact that you had put it out there and that you had said, I'm interested. And I think that was right around the time they were doing all those interviews and you got that chance to really speak with them. So clearly, not only was it good enough to land you on there, but land you at a high value. So props for that.
I was
sir.
excited for that. And I felt like 3 of the teams really had a lot of interest in me. Obviously, I think I'm an asset wherever I go, but they're the most well-rounded team. They have 2 other amazing athletes in Jet Thompson and Cameron Hurd. So we make a strong team together. They landed some other really strong athletes. And I think just overall, they have good coaching staff, they have good management, and they have a good vision of where this is going. So.
And I want to point this out. You know, they picked up Chewy, who was kind of a problem for people in his Mexico tournaments and has been very, very solid. Jared, a solid wrestler. And I'm wondering now if Jared's going to take the Cam Hurd role of being a stopper. So it's a very diverse team, but I have to compliment you guys because out of everybody here, the bench here with JJ and CJ, a very strong bench.
Surprisingly strong considering the order. We had first pick, so I expected us to have one really strong. We had second pick.
Yes.
So I expected us to have one really strong bench, but to land two, I didn't know what the other teams were thinking when they, you know, because it's a snake order draft. We're not bidding money.
Yeah.
We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. To land 2 amazing athletes like that, JJ is a hard stopper, and then CJ is a finisher, right? So you have the combo. If you need someone that's, hey, you know, Jet's hurt or Cam's hurt, they're out. They need a weekend rest. We need to replace our hard stopper and Cam. We got JJ Bowers. Oh, we need to replace our finisher and Jet Thompson or myself. We got CJ Murdoch.
Yep.
You know, and it's a balanced team. We can fill any role with our you know, bench players, and then we have a balanced team on the offense.
All right. So I know you're going to get interviewed a whole bunch here tonight, okay? But I need some kind of exclusive. I need something that only belongs to us here. So I want you to make one bold proclamation for the entire season. What is one thing that you are certain you are going to do this season in the PGF?
I'm certain I'm going to put on a show, without a doubt. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to go out there and people are going to see why they should watch the PGF and learn, you know, about this crazy thing we're doing. Because I'm going to go out there, I'm going to be excited. Win, lose, draw, submission, doesn't matter. It's going to be fire matches, and you get to see 15 of them, so it's going to be great.
Well, I have to say, congratulations on that. I want to give you the opportunity right now to talk to the people. The people of the chat, I'm sure, want to hear from you, so give shout-outs to friends, family members, anybody who helped you get this moment here tonight.
Big shout-out first, the one and only God, right? Without him, I am nothing. So thank you, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Big shout out to my team back home, the Rainy Bros Jiu-Jitsu family, my gym in Lumberton, my brother's gym in Port Neches. You guys are awesome. To my family, my mom, my stepdad, my brother, my dad, my sister, everyone, my beautiful fiance. You're the best, and I love you so much. I can't wait to be home, baby. And hey, fam, we did it. For everyone else out there watching, I can't wait to put on a show. I'm excited. Thank everyone for the love and support. It's been amazing preseason, so I can't imagine what the season's going to feel like. And I love you guys all. I can't wait to see you March 4th, PGF. Tune in live.
I love that. I want to compliment you so much, man. Congratulations on going for that amount here tonight. I hope you understand that is a reflection of the hard work you put in for this.
Thank you so
much.
And
I know it's got to feel great because think about it like this. You had a good feeling that maybe you didn't know could exist in the same way people in the NFL go at like #1 seed. So congratulations to you.
Thank you, Raph. I appreciate you. God bless, brother. I'll see you soon.
Likewise, sir. All right. Austin coming in with a massive amount of money tonight. All right, CJ, come on up. All right, brother. Congratulations, sir. Welcome. I have to say this. I feel like the Kings were paying attention to one really important statistic. You and JJ as alternates is a very strong, powerful duo because you guys have the experience. You've been here before. And I have to also say this right off the top because people are looking over and they're like, Raf, you say you're talking to CJ. Where is he? Sir, look at this. Look at the moneymaker that you've got.
I told you I'd get younger.
You not only are getting younger, but you are stunning on them hoes, dude. Who knew you could grow out this luxurious hair and you didn't need the facial hair? You can do both, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My wife loves it when I shave.
Does she?
Yeah, and so does Heath. So the two most important people in my life, pretty much, I do it for them.
I'm glad those are the two people. Hopefully in that order, too. Let me ask this, CJ. What does it feel like being back here? And do you mind just scooching
Yeah, of
a little
course.
closer up here, brother?
It feels great, man. I ended up on the team with Ricky, who I was really like.
Aligned.
I was kind of wishing he was my coach last season, because we kind of like started working with him a little bit last season, and I was like, dang, man, me and Ricky kind of vibe. And then Jet and I are like really close, so that's gonna be awesome. Cam's incredible. Austin was one of the guys that I picked that like I would want to be on the team with, because I understand how good he is.
Yep.
So I'm just overall really excited. Like I said, JJ and I were Bash Bros last season, so we get to come back as alternates. I hope nobody on my team gets hurt, but at the same time, I really want to play. So
Absolutely,
we'll see
sir.
how it goes.
Hey, you know what? You've been here. You know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
So we never wish ill upon anybody.
Yeah, I think
but
almost everybody on my team was injured a little bit last
absolutely,
season.
and you know that it's because you have all these savages, and everybody comes in, they do their part. So
Yes, sir.
it's insane. Let me ask this though: if you could steal anybody from any of these teams, who would you have stolen for your team?
Maybe Jaden or Travis.
Mm.
Yeah, those two are the snipers, I think. Maybe one of those two.
And if there is somebody here that you wanted to have a match with, that you get that opportunity, who's the person you want to have a match with?
I
here?
want to match with everybody, to be honest. So if it was up to me, I'd fight every single person that I get to fight for 15 matches.
Mhm.
So the 15 matches, then I can fight my teammates afterwards.
I love that.
So
Look
'cause then
at the.
all of us made the playoffs, so we did our job.
All right. Well, CJ, we have a little bit of a line, so I'm gonna have to go a little
it's all
fast.
good.
But
I'm
I
trying
want
to get to training anyway, so it's all
You're
good.
going to training tonight.
I'm trying to make it to 7 o'clock Atlas class. So
All right, let's get you out of here.
Hey,
Okay.
let's go.
So that is your camera. Talk to the people. Tell people where they can find you, good sir.
Both of the Bomba, technique over steroids all day, every day. On Instagram, find me every day pretty much at the PSF headquarters in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or hanging out with my cats and my wife at my house.
Love that,
So that's it.
brother. It's so
Appreciate
good to see you.
Much love, guys.
I
Thank you
hope
so
I get
much.
to see you put on a little bit of a
Hey,
show.
I have a
Hopefully,
feeling
okay.
I have a feeling we'll see me.
I like that you're like, I'm pretty sure I'll be in.
Thank you so much.
All right, brother. I'll see you
Love
soon.
guys. Thank you.
Let me go ahead and pull in Clayton. You want to come on over? Pleasure to meet.
Nice to meet you.
Jealous.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Listen,
Hey, my girl helped me, dude.
She helped you
It's
out?
all her,
Well,
it's all her, yeah.
I kind of knew that,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I have to ask: when you show up like this is going to the Oscars.
I like it.
Look,
Hey, that's what
there's
we're doing.
somebody over here wearing a bulletproof vest, and you're standing. No, get out of the shot. Nobody's paying for that. I'm curious. Did you feel confident in your ability to pull this off? Because most jiu-jitsu guys are nervous to wear that much.
Shit, nope.
You can curse. It's fine.
Oh, okay. No, not really, dude. I mean, I feel like part of the reason I have confidence is I fought for so many years. Like I
For
fought
sure.
like 30 fights, and so this is fun. You know what I mean? Like this is just us having a good time, rolling with the boys. Yeah, we're trying to hurt each other a little bit, but it's different. Like the potential negatives are so low here. It's like you might get a twisty ankle or a boo-boo on your knee, but you don't get like life-altering concussions and stuff. So I think that confidence I have from all that experience, just dude, I can wear a silly suit if I want to. You know. What
I mean, I
got
think
a
you.
beautiful girl, so it makes it easier, dude.
You know, congratulations.
Hey,
That's
thank
winning
you.
in life,
Yeah,
sir.
100%, yeah.
So let me ask this: as all of this chaos is happening right now, how nervous are you in your seat? Does it feel weird because this is a unique thing in the jiu-jitsu world, right?
The pressure was taken off me. I was hoping to be drafted. Dude, I'm in the bottom. No one cares about the the trash cans in the bottom. We're gonna blow around for a while, and then someone will get injured, and then I'll be on the mats, and then I'll get to showcase like what I am and who I am. And I really do. I don't hope anyone gets injured, but like if I throw some marbles in the parking lot, I have nothing to
Wow.
But
I have to be honest though, Clayton, we're not that far off. I would do the
injury rate
same.
is insane. Yeah,
Like
and-
I'm a very nice host and I
100%, yeah.
present
I'm gonna
well,
put cables in
but
front
I'm
of everyone's
100%
doorways.
the biggest cheater here. So,
Cheating ain't trying.
brother, thank you. I subscribe to the Eddie Guerrero lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
So lie, cheat, and steal all over the place. So this is a very quick amount of time that we get to talk. So I just want to know, what is one thing about you that you like to do outside of jiu-jitsu that makes you a real human?
Dude, I am an old school RuneScape player.
Okay.
It's the oldest 30-year-old video game that no one ever
That's
knows
so
about.
funny, yeah.
But it's like a super, super nerdy thing. And yeah, I like nerdy games. I like medieval fantasy. I read
I
books.
wouldn't have picked that for you, but
Hey,
you know what it is? It's because I see all the fighting photos of you.
for sure.
And every time I see that, I was like,
you don't
oh,
see my
this-
sweet level 99 RuneScape, dude. You haven't seen 99 defense like this.
You know what? I'm not sure that I will either, but I'm a little intimidated now. Well, let's do this. I would love to give you an opportunity. Shout out the friends, the family, and tell the people where they can find you, good sir.
Verde Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the school. At Clay Weimer is my Instagram handle. Everyone who's watching back home, I really appreciate you guys. In Colorado, in South Dakota, in Arizona, in Alaska, I really appreciate you guys. I've been around a long time, and I think this is cool that I finally get an opportunity to showcase like the skills that I've earned in a lot of cool, really good rooms. I've always been the guy that was good in the room and then shit the bed in the tournaments. So I think this is a good opportunity. I'm gonna showcase.
Well, you know
who I
what?
am.
You're with good people now, and are you going to be here? Are you commuting? How does this work?
I'll be here the whole
You're
time.
gonna be
I
here?
get to, I have a bunch of really great people that are going to run the school while I'm gone, and I'm going to focus just on this, and I'm going to win this.
Good for you, sir. And you know what? Again, but wait, are you wearing a whoop as well?
Oh, dude,
My
twin,
brother.
bro. Look
Brother,
at that. Hey,
same.
dude.
Hold on. Average jiu-jitsu session. What's the number you're getting?
For heart rate?
Yep.
Like 160, but
Okay.
dude, my resting heart rate is 52 right now. My heart rate variability was like 61. I think.
Brother, you can't use a wrestling term to a jiu-jitsu guy.
No, resting heart rate.
Oh, I think you said wrestling.
No,
I was like,
wrestling.
brother, what are you talking
What is
about?
wrestling?
What is that? Like, who's wrestling at that rate?
No, resting heart rate, bro. 54. I'm
Okay.
chilling. Most
You
of
are.
the time,
You
but
seem like a very
we
relaxed and
can
chill
go
guy.
up if I need to.
Well, listen, I'm hoping to get to know you better, and I hope you get out there,
Remember
sir.
your name?
My name's Raph.
Raph. Clay.
Pleasure to
Good
meet
you.
Clayton. Go
Appreciate
enjoy
you.
yourself, sir.
Awesome.
You have places
Thank
to
you
be.
so much. Yes, sir.
Get on out. All right, who do I got coming up next? Come on over this way.
How's it going, partner?
Chillin'. My name is Raph.
Joshua Squire.
Joshua Squires. Pleasure to meet. I have seen your work. I am a fan.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, I have to do all my research. I know all of you guys. It's just, I'm also a fan of the apparel here, dude. I feel like your demeanor, do you mind if I take a stab in the dark?
Take a stab.
The demeanor is you're going to reject me from a fancy club. Do you feel that is an appropriate summarization
I would say
here?
more like John Wick. I wouldn't want to be the bodyguard.
No, man, you don't want that one. You know why? This apparel right now, if I'm working a movie, this is a guy who gets beat up by John Wick. So I'm not trying to give you that life.
I don't want to.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying
You're
to put
saying
that
I'm
on
the
it.
bodyguard.
I'm saying
That means I'm going to be.
You know what
beat
it
up by
is? You
John
do
Wick.
this. You go, what's that? He's here. And then next thing you know, you
Like
get
run.
kicked in the face. So I don't like that life. So you made an appearance at, correct me if I'm wrong, the Pasadena qualifier.
Yes, that's correct.
And you were saying in the promo over here, you were like, yo, I got the people going. How'd you get the people going, sir?
Just with my game, I'm exciting. I push forward even with my guard. People will say they want to pass, but then complain about not being able to pass my guard. I actually got that one of the matches. One of the competitors is like, come on, let's wrestle. I'm like, I'm lighting up with my guard. Everyone's loving this. Like, why would I get up and wrestle when like we're trying to get to it? One thing that's frustrating is just watching matches was just people wrestling and not really initiating. So I one of the crowd with my guard and my pace. I like to sequence and combo my techniques, my hand fighting grips. So that won the crowd over. Plain
You know,
simple.
it was cool to hear that because sometimes I watch it without the sound, or I have friends and I don't want to see their matches in that. So I'm like, I don't want to know. They should just text me what's going on. But I do try to keep eyes on it, and I could see that. I just didn't know what it felt like to be there and have that happen live. So that's a great feeling, and I'm glad you
amazing.
said that. So, okay, where did we end up today, sir?
I ended up on the Colorado Wolverines.
Colorado Wolverines.
I'm the backup, but I'm the
We're an alt spot, but guess
An
what?
alt.
If you've paid any attention to
I heard the injury rate.
any PGF season ever, that means absolutely nothing other than you might be a starter week 2.
Yeah.
So right now, are you going to be staying out here?
Yes, I'm gonna stay with the team.
Beautiful.
Support the team. This is a team event.
Okay.
I know at the very end it's individual, but the initial part of the tournament is a team event. I want to be able to support the team and more importantly, show the coaches what I actually have. So if unfortunately, I hope our teammates don't get hurt or can't make it if they get sick, whatever. But if that does happen, the unfortunate event that does happen, I want to be the guy they pick. I know Clay's a very good artist, but yeah, I want to get out there and just show everyone what I can do.
I love
show
that.
my art.
You know what? That's the whole thing. Everybody here, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of unpredictability. We always hope everybody gets their shot, and more often than not, people get at least 1 or 2 matches, but you never know. So I don't want to. I want to put things down. Let me just ask this, because we do have to make our way through some folks here. But what is one thing you do outside of jiu-jitsu that makes you a human?
Makes me human. Makes me human. I feel I'm actually a robot.
I
like to dance.
Okay.
I'm a dancer. I like house music.
Interesting. Okay.
Probably shouldn't say this, but when there's good music on, I'm like 20-30% better at jiu-jitsu. Especially with house music playing, it has a beat. It's easy to get in the flow state.
You know, now I have to roll with you, and here's why. I get nervous because Latin Brown. If I hear rhythm, I actually have to stop. Because here's what happens. I time my passing too much to the beat. So then I'm like, oh shit, I have to go off beat to do that. It's a very similar but different thing, I think we face.
Yeah, I'm completely opposite. So when I attack, it's like, in my mind, attack is two things. Like if you cut down half, you have the setup, which is hand fighting, then the actual execution of the attack. I'm throwing the setups to the beat, this concept. Boom, boom,
That's
boom.
impressive, dude. I just feel, for me, we're different people.
Yeah.
I just become too
We're different
predictable. We are. We have not been cut from the same cloth, because I've seen your guard. But I am telling you, for me, I just always think like, oh, they'll time me out if I'm too on beat on that. But it is something that I do say when I'm in my zone. I am 100% mouthing along and singing along to a song where I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm enjoying what's happening here. So.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Well, one of these days, I'm sure we're gonna have to roll here, sir. Here's what we're gonna do. That is a camera right there. I want you to shout out friends, family members, anybody who's been instrumental in helping you, any sponsors you got. That is your camera right there.
My mom, Barbara Squires, my coach, Russ Mir Jiu-Jitsu. My team at work is very instrumental to this. They're allowing me to come out here. Argyle Payments, for all your payment needs. So yeah, Joe Daly, Irene Villapando, Kelby Berg. The list goes on. I have a lot of people supporting me. I love you all.
Well, hey, Russ is great people, so I know you come from a good spot if you're coming from him. And I don't want anybody to get injured. I just know statistics, and we hope to get an opportunity to see what you do out here, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, please enjoy the rest of your night, sir.
You as well.
All right. Josh Squires, everybody. All right, Jake Strauss, come on over this way. Pleasure to meet Rafa Sparza.
Nice to meet you, dude.
All right, do you want me to take a stab at the apparel and the aesthetic here?
Sure.
Okay. You look like Ben Askren on a very wild vacation.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean it's the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Jake, welcome here. What does it feel like to be amongst the people here at the PGF right now?
Feels very professional. Feels very different than anything else I've done. Feels like a lot of effort was put into running this, and that they take it very serious. And I think it's going to rub off on all the athletes too. I think we're going to carry ourselves in that way. I know that I am.
I mean, I know we're super stoked to get this opportunity, and you are an official roster member. So congratulations on that. Was it nerve-wracking when you start getting to the end, though? Because when you look at where your draft order is and you start doing math, you start wondering, do I get walked? Do I go? What was going through your mind throughout that time?
No, I was super worried, especially I live all the way in Florida. So, I was not wanting to end up on the reserve or, being a second stringer. That's not what I see myself as. So, But then I started almost feeling good because I had always kind of wanted to go to the Twisters, and I watched how much cap space they had and where we were falling in the draft. I was like, I'm going to end up there. I just knew it. Like, I just knew it was going to happen. So
that's awesome. And you know what? Hold on. I don't want other people to hear this. Come in real quick. Okay, so you go by Darce Daddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people know this, but Darces are kills.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, you could overperform for numbers with, like, 2 Darces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like,
I think people knew this.
I think so, too.
Well, I thought they would. Anyway.
Let's hope so. But I'm just saying, if you come in on the sneaks and you hit those Darces like money bags will follow.
Yeah.
So that's our, nobody else knows. It's our secret. Because it's one of the things that I look over. I have a couple friends who go, I don't get Darce. And I go, who's doing it to you?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say I don't get X or Y. I'm like, I have a giant head. I still get guillotine on a good guillotine. So I'm hoping the opportunity affords itself for you and we get to see that.
And what happens a lot, I've
vast majority of my submissions are rear naked choke, like literally probably over 100 in comp. It's because when I get that front headlock, instead of protecting me from going to their back, they're so scared of the darts. They're like this, and I take a lot of backs off of it.
I've seen the work. I mean, your work is nasty, dude. You do great stuff. And when they mentioned you were in the running to be in this, I thought, I think you would be a good addition here. You got a great character. You're super fun to watch. And everything that I've seen win or lose for you has always been like, all right, man, he's going to put up a really funny video the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
So I kind of mess with that kind of person.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. I've asked this for a lot of people, and this is really the first time we met in person, really.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good, though, with being roasted by us? Because people say they are. And then week 3, they look at us like, hey, man, what's the joke this week? And I go, I don't know. It just depends on what you guys do.
Yeah.
So are we going to be good this season, sir?
I'd like to say yes. You
Okay.
know, I think I should be willing to take some of the punches. So, yeah.
It's the reason why I say it is like this. We're like your brothers. We get to insult you.
Right.
The YouTube section does not. So that is our belief. Is just like, hey, man, we're rooting for you all, and we're all excited for this. Let me ask this.
Okay.
What is one thing that you can promise us that will absolutely happen this season here at the PGF draft? Oh, I'm sorry, the PGF, not the draft. Draft is there.
The season. What's one thing I can promise you? Names are going to be made. Somebody's going to be remembered, and I want to be that guy. So I'm going to say that people are going to remember me, and I'm going to end up going to even bigger and better things, regardless of what happens. I believe that. So
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
I like the gusto, the attitude, and I'm happy you're going to be a slotted member of the team. This is your camera over here. What I would love for you to do, shout out friends, family members, just look directly into that lens and let the people know if you have any sponsors as well, sir.
I don't. I'm going to hope to get some, but I want to thank my team, Wagner Rocha Martial Arts, and everybody back home in Stuart, Florida, the Treasure Coast Cartel. You guys know who I'm talking about. Everybody back home in Florida, my mom and dad, my family. And then I forgot to mention this, and I should have, and I want to thank God, and I want to thank Jesus Christ, because that is my Lord and Savior, and that is my faith, and that's the first thing I need to respect before anything else is God, for me.
You know, hey, man, you're going to have an opportunity to do that plenty of times throughout the season, I'm sure. And the good news is you batted cleanup. So I hear he's a forgiving guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, did he do it?
Yeah.
He didn't do it. All right, car crash next week. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you made bat cleanup. So here's the good news with us. On our show, we watch everything. We're here every night for the post show. And if there's ever an opportunity where I feel like you missed something or you have something amazing happen, there's always a second chance for us to come and interview you after something cool happens. So hopefully we get to do that at some point this
Fantastic.
season. My man, pleasure
Thank
to
you.
finally meet in person.
Absolutely.
Please enjoy your night, sir.
You too. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. I think, well, hold on. Eric, hold up. Was he here longer than you? You were here longer than him? Well, then take a seat, Anthony. Anthony Salisbury, how are you doing, sir?
Great, how are you?
Okay, we have to get this out of the way. TV Dinner obviously is the name people know you by, right?
Yep.
Okay, but I was confused when I was writing out the name. I didn't know if we were supposed to go by Parker Salisbury or Anthony Salisbury. So what do we go by?
We'll make it less confusing and we'll just go by Anthony.
Okay, but Parker is also something you go by as well, right?
That's my middle name.
That's your middle name. Okay, that's what I thought. And on the show, I think I put Anthony Parker Salisbury just to make sure.
You did.
And we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I get so nervous when I'm writing those titles, like, well, I don't know if he likes this. I don't know if he likes that name. But I go, full name. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So does your family call you Parker? Or does anybody call you Parker? Or is it just always Anthony?
No, everybody always calls me Parker and nobody calls me Anthony. But
This is why it's confusing.
on Smooth Comp, we have to go by my legal birth name. So everybody that looks me up, they're like, I can't find Parker Salisbury. So I decide, I'm like, I guess we're just going to change it to Anthony now.
Hey, listen, dude, I don't care. I just like to know personally what you like going by. So this is great. Okay. May I take a stab at the fashion?
Yeah.
Okay. You look like you got lost on a kid's field trip to the museum. Does that feel accurate?
That's about the look I was going for.
I mean, it's spectacular. It shows your personality. The minute you showed up like this, I was like, yeah, that's who you are, bro. Like, this is 100% amazing to me. Talk to me about this. What did it feel like? What was the anxiety like? Because going up there, you're obviously talented. People have very much scouted you out. and then they say, bid on this young man?
I was very nerve-wracking when I was up there. It was really nerve-wracking, but I think I was perfectly placed around what I estimated I was going to go for.
Okay.
But
So you had thought the scenarios out, and you felt like this is a possibility.
yeah, and the two teams I thought that were going to bid for me did. So I thought it was 100% going to be between the Twisters and the Kings, because the Kings obviously want another young gun like Jet Thompson.
Yep.
But the Twisters ended up getting me because they got a little bit more money to spend.
So here's the tough part for me. I felt that because Matt Elkins was the guy who gave you the nickname, I felt like he had a sweet spot for you. So I felt like you were going to go to the Twisters.
Yeah.
And man, when they put that bid out for you and they went as hard as they could and you took that home, what did it feel like to finally be aligned with a team like that?
It felt amazing because you got two guys with so much PGF experience on the squad. So it's going to be super beneficial to be able to work with those guys and ask them like how it was their first season and what like my mind should be going through, and like just talk to them about how it should be done.
Has anybody done their research? Do you mind if I just say a couple names here real quick? Okay. Elijah Carlton, Kevin Beering, you, Travis. Has anybody done any leg lock research on these people? Because I'm fearful of everybody's ability to walk who goes against the Alabama Twisters this season. Do you feel that's a good assessment?
That's a great assessment.
Okay. Because again, I'm going to just, in case people, I take notes. I literally was writing down who, what, where, when, why. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. And I literally put your name here. And I forgot. I was over Travis at one point. I just go like, oh my God. I don't roll with those people so that I can be an old person and walk. I'm going to ask you, what is one thing you can promise us is going to happen this season at the PGF, sir?
I can promise you guys that I'm going to bring the action. I'm going to bring nonstop action just like last season. El Fajeda, that's the kind of action I'm going to be bringing this season in Vegas while the whole season's going on.
How do you feel about living here in Vegas while this whole season is going on?
I think it's going to be... I'm so happy to be able to get this experience at such a young age, and I'm super excited for it.
Okay. Real talk now, though. You, Jet, did not end up on the same team. Should we all be nervous for this match? Because we know you, we know him, you know each other very well. And I asked him, I was like, if it doesn't come down to you being on the same team, he's like, oh man, we're getting down. We're going to put on a show.
We're going to be scrapping, I can tell you that. It's going to be one of the most entertaining matches on the season, for sure.
I have to say it. I love your friendship, but I'm really excited to see that match now because we get to see what you guys have worked so hard in garages for years and what the shed together. And now people will get to see a peek at all of those years that you guys were putting in that work. So I'm just happy that you found a team. You're going to be here. You're going to have an incredible experience, sir. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you get your due. So here's what I want. That is your camera right there. Shout out the friends, family members, anybody who helped you get to this moment, sir.
Huge shout out to my mom and my girlfriend for being here and supporting me today. Huge shout out to my dad for paying for basically everything. And thank you to all my sponsors that sponsored me and were able to get me out here to Vegas to the draft. So huge thank you to everybody that has supported me along this way.
Anthony, I wish you the best. I'm looking forward to seeing you kill it this season, my man. Congratulations again, sir. All right, we continue on with, I believe, Eric Allen. Eric, pleasure to meet.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, sir. First of all, I can't say robbery on Best Dressed because you're up there.
Yeah,
okay?
It was good all the
Well,
time.
here's the issue. The reason I can't say it out loud is because you had Kyle Chambers actually come and stalk us when I complimented somebody else on their fashion. I didn't even say they were better dressed than him. He just showed up. So I'm not trying to have that happen again. But for you, Eric, you come from a different world. You played football for how many years did you play football?
So I played college ball at Mary Hardin 4 years. And then,
Do you mind? I'm going to have you just sit a little bit closer, sir.
So I played college football all 4 years, and then after that, I had a training camp with the CFL, with Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and I played overseas for a little bit. So altogether about 2 years after that.
What brought you to us? Like, we're a bunch of nerds. Like, why wouldn't you just continue on with football?
Oh man, I love chess, so I'm slightly a nerd myself.
Okay.
But it turned into kind of a joke. At first, I went to a gym. One of my friends was like, "Hey, a 135-pound girl would, tap me." And I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "There's just no way." But I went in. I did pretty well against the white belts, and then my coach came and he worked me. And after that, I was just obsessed with the mental aspect of it.
Everybody got their picture
So
taken.
here's the question.
You haven't gotten your picture
Why the PGF? Because it's one thing to kind of fall in love with jiu-jitsu and say, like, I like this, but this is an insane endeavor.
Yeah.
And it's also a very cool endeavor. But why the interest in doing this now?
It's the NFL of jiu-jitsu. It's it's this was amazing. Like having a whole draft. It's professional. It presents itself as professional. You got a team. You got a season. It's building the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And, I really just want to be a part of it. But yeah.
Well, I'm stoked about this because what I think the interesting thing here for you is you have a real opportunity to go over market value. Huge. Because anybody with your athleticism is somebody to watch. And I think what's interesting is when they walked you, I just go, we just don't know enough about you.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing. So now you have the biggest upside of anybody here where you can just surprise people. So I don't know if you've seen the statistics on how many people get injured.
Yeah, everybody keeps telling me about that.
It happens. So it's possible we see you perhaps sooner than we think. We don't wish any ill of our friends. It's just everybody here is a savage. So if you got in, what could you promise us? Like, what could you tell us would happen if you get your shot here at the PGF?
Yeah, if I get in, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be, it's going to be explosive. It's going to be what the PGF's looking for. I'm going to be aggressive to the aggressor, and I'm going to put on a show no matter what. And like I said, I'm coming in with a chip on my shoulder, so it's not going to be slow pace, it's going to be fast pace, and everybody's going to enjoy it.
You have to understand, this is the whole reason why I'm afraid to roll with you now. Like, I just know that you did football, and I'm like, we're good. You know what? This dude, I don't know that I got much for somebody who was used to that sort of duress. But I'm stoked for you, man, and also compliments on this watch because I can't stop looking at it. Who gave you this?
My wife actually got it for me.
Your wife got this for you. What is her opinion of all of this, sir?
She's supportive. She loves it.
I'm just wondering, I'm sure she's supportive, but like of this insanity.
She thinks this is amazing.
Yeah?
She thinks it's the coolest thing. She's bought into it. She's now watching the videos and whatnot. But yeah, she's excited. She's here. She came here with me and she loves it.
Well, I am happy that you are a part of this. You're going to be staying out this way?
Yes.
Okay, great. You're going to get some great training, and hopefully we get to see you in the season. That is a camera right there that is designed for you. So feel free, give shout-outs to any friends, family, sponsors, anybody who helped you get to this moment right now, sir.
Just shout out to my family. I don't have sponsors. I am looking for sponsors, so if you want to sponsor somebody, let me know. My Instagram is at Eric Allen BJJ. I want to thank my friends, family, and all my teammates at Dominion MMA for pushing me and having my back and supporting me.
I have to say, if you are an apparel sponsor, my man's got model status the way he's looking out here today. And I think the thing that people can't tell was the shoes. Where did you get the shoes from? Because that was the thing that stuck out to me.
Man, I don't even remember.
You don't know? Oh, so hold on. I need to talk to your designer over here. Your dress up, if you would. Right. Your clothing department took care of you. Well, please give compliments to the chef. Sir, I hope we get to see you sooner than later. Please go enjoy your night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Eric Allen, everybody. We continue on. I don't know who's next. Noah. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Chilling. Noah, you come very, very highly recommended. So, at one point, I'm doing an interview, and somebody, just take a guess, is putting you over. Who do you think was putting you over?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Brandon.
I'm just saying, I'm doing an interview with another competitor here.
Oh, another competitor here.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Haven.
Why do you think he would put you over like that?
I don't know.
He literally was leading the charge to get you into this. He was like, bro, Noah, I'm hoping he does well in Vegas. I think he's going to kill it. And man, good showing in Vegas. not sure if you're going to make it in, and then you get the call. What was it like to get the call to come do this?
Dude, I was stoked. I actually just got out of an open mat and I was getting food across the street at a Mexican restaurant. Brandon gave me the call. I ran out of the restaurant. I was so pumped. My coach is in the parking lot too. I went up to my
This
coach.
guy is gonna crush it this season.
This
I
guy's gonna
cannot
get-
wait to watch him. But this is what's gonna happen during our match right here.
He's
He
not,
won't tap.
here's the thing, he's
About-
not tapping, bro.
Not
No, he's
tapping,
not
no
gonna tap.
tap.
He's not gonna tap.
I'm just the way he's putting you over is so great, but it was also just like, hey, bro, I'm interviewing you. Like, this is your time to shine. He's just like, I really think
Hey,
we're
this is
looking
the
at
number
no.
one draft pick right here. Number one draft pick right
I know. So what is the friendship? How do you guys connect? What connects you as friends?
We just like to scrap.
Just like
you know, we come in, we
just
train
like to
hard
try
together.
to hurt each other.
We both, yeah. Honestly, that's what it is. We both want to get really good. You know, this is our career goals and our life goals right now. So
Okay, but you're on different teams now.
that's fine.
Are you okay with that?
Might be
This
the
is
fir- Might
fine?
be the first double buggy the PGF ever sees.
Oh my God.
Can we get 2 money bags? Maybe we can get,
Maybe get
4 money bags out of that one.
For a double buggy to sleep, maybe.
Please don't go to sleep. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you've seen everybody around here. They're ready to go in at a moment's notice. So they're just like, is he asleep? He shouldn't go that next round. I got that. Don't worry. I'll take it for him. But,
I'll
well,
let you finish. 10th Planet Grants Pass on top.
Shout out
Let's
Andrew
go.
Alexander.
Yo, let's go.
oh, you guys are such nerds. Okay. So that's got to feel good to have your buddy who wanted you in here, because a lot of people, dude, when they get into this, they say like, I'm in, maybe your time's the next time. But you had somebody who was in his moment and in an interview with me and scouting you out. But he wasn't the only one putting you over. I had other people talking about you. So I was like, all right, well, gotta look up this kid. And you're great, man. You do some excellent stuff. And I think you really do change the equation for a few things here. So what did this experience feel like when you were in the middle of this draft?
Honestly, this is surreal. This is what I've been like dreaming of since like for 4 years. I wanted to become a professional when I was a white belt.
Really?
6 months in, I went to a Keith Krikorian seminar and I decided I wanted to be a professional. And I've just been trying ever since. So
I have to say this.
really cool.
If there's anybody who makes you feel like you can do it, it's watching that kid, because his journey is so relatable. He is the everyman of jiu-jitsu, doing it without steroids, allegedly, Keith. But, like, Keith's a monster, and he sets a good example. So I'm glad that you had that experience so early, because it really set you on a path. So what gives? Like, where did we end up, sir?
Dude, this is awesome. Yeah, no, I'm so excited.
I'm saying, what team did we end up with?
We ended
'Cause-
up with the Phenoms.
Okay.
We're with the Phenoms.
How you
I'm
feeling
super
about that?
pumped about
Super
that.
pumped?
It was super cool to see. I looked like I got a couple guys like walked through. So looks like I made 6 guys or however many guys. I don't know how many it was. There was a couple. Had to go all the way back, and then they went back to me to pick me, and that felt really good because it's like meant to be here.
Because
know?
you just don't know.
Yeah.
The whole time when they're like waiting and they've got money left over, you're like, is that for me?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just super excited.
Well, when they put you down as 20th, were you nervous?
No,
No.
honestly, I feel like it's just meant to be. You know, like I lost my qualifier in Vegas, but I was feeling really good. You know, felt really good going into it. Ended up getting caught, ended up losing, but I feel like it was just an off day. You know.
Well, you also had people very, very much watching you. So even though you lost, people were still having.
That's the goal. You know, I just wanted to have exciting matches. Jiu-jitsu can be boring if you're just stalling. I don't want.
First of all, don't tell that to an old person, because you're talking to an old person who will stall the shit out of you. So I
It's
get that.
effective.
But you guys should be exciting. I'm too old to be exciting. That's really what it comes down. Hey, listen, bro. If I get the side control, I'm not letting
There
you
you
out.
go.
I'm just like, hey,
There you
bud,
go.
you do work. I got a place to be, and I want to be able to walk tomorrow. So if you get in, or not if you get in, when you get in, what can you promise us here at the PGF this season, sir?
I can promise exciting matches. I can promise that I'm going to push the pace. I'm going to be looking for that sub, you know, the whole time. Looking for the sub the whole time. I'm pretty leg lock heavy, going to be mostly leg locks. I do got some chokes, though, looking to put people away, get those points scored for the team, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, listen, dude, we're excited for you to be here. I'm stoked things worked out for you. You got a solid team. I have to say,
Dude.
I was like putting down the notes here, one by one, man. It's a pretty good team. Not gonna lie.
Pretty excited about
So.
the team I got picked with, honestly.
Pretty happy about that for
Pretty
you guys.
happy with the team I ended up
Well, let's
on.
say this.
Everybody's super
That is your camera right there. Feel free to shout out friends, family members. Look directly at that lens, sir.
Shout out Phalanx for sponsoring me. You guys are awesome. if anybody else would like to sponsor me, I'm open for this PGF. I don't have any other current sponsors. If anybody would like to sponsor me, just DM me. My Instagram's Noah McCulley 10P. Yeah, I'd love to do work with you guys. Shout out 10th Planet Grants Pass. Shout out Andrew Alexander, all the homies back home. Yeah, thank you for having me.
If you sponsor him, he will clean up his hair. I promise you that.
Yeah, I'll clean up my hair and
100%. No, hey, congratulations to you, young man. We're looking forward to seeing what you do this season, sir.
Appreciate you.
All right. Now, McCauley, everybody. All right, let's see who we got. Oh, Jared coming in. My man. Good to see you, sir. Please take a seat.
Yes.
Okay.
My dad says speak into the mic. So
Yes, please do. Some of the children have not been, and I've been trying to compensate and
got it.
Almost just force feeding them it. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the fashion first.
Yeah.
Okay. You look like an extra in a Flintstones movie, but it's perfect. Where did you get the necklace from, first off?
The necklace is from Colombia.
Okay.
It's from my maestro, John Freddy.
Okay.
His family made it, and then there's a blessing on it. It's kind of a magical item.
So here's the thing. You have deep meaning for a lot of your stuff. So I'm like, I know you're not just wearing anything like you just picked up. It's usually gifted you or it has an importance to you. So I was like, damn, okay. Yeah. For you today, what is this feeling like? Because, man, I got to tell you, it was getting nerve-wracking toward the end on how much people had for their money, how much they had left in their bank. How did you feel when you were all the way at the end and you were watching all these people go in front of you?
I was getting pretty nervous, to be honest, especially when they picked up Chewy for 1,000. I'm like, was that mine? Because I had such a good conversation with them, right after I got invited, and I was like, gosh, I really love them, and I really like the Wolverines too, because Dave and I go back. But so I didn't, and David had been talking to me a lot, but I kind of had this feeling. Yeah, I had this feeling, and it's kind of magical because I think there's no better place for me right now. Like, it just actually is where I need to be. Totally.
Well, think about it like this too. You, Cam Hurd.
Yeah, my boy.
Chad Thompson.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah. And you get to this point where it's like Austin's in there too, and I feel like it's a very well-rounded team.
Yeah.
And then I want to compliment them, but picking up two vets in CJ and JJ as your backups is like, I think the Kings did a solid job this time. So
stoked, absolutely stoked, especially CJ, and just like the room is going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible, but we gloss over this fact though that they have this leftover bank, and then you see Chewy go for 1,000. And I have to tell you, shout out Chewy. Chewy had the best speech of tonight.
Yeah, that was
legit the best.
Hit my heartstrings.
100%, like right there, being like, I want to see this guy succeed.
And I need to work on my Spanish. I go to Colombia so much.
Yeah,
and so I told him, like, I'm gonna be like kind of
learning,
I'm gonna be like the liaison for the team, getting him to where he needs to go.
Gotcha.
And I told him, I'm like, I want to learn Spanish, and you want to learn English, so he kind of shook on that.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy about that. What are you learning right now that you feel will differentiate this season from the last season? Because you've been here before.
I haven't.
Oh no, you haven't. We were in consideration for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
You came though. Weren't you
I
around?
came to a qualifier for the 205. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
my apologies on that.
All good, yeah.
But yeah, you did a qualifier for that. You get the call up this way. But I've seen you in every major level of competition. And one thing I want to point out that I heard over here, because I hear things.
Yeah.
This sucks, but these are good. And I heard them saying, like Kevin and Travis, they didn't just take an isolated look at who you were. They took a look at the whole picture of how you've carried yourself in other organizations, who you are, so that weighed heavily into their decision to bring you. What does that feel like to align so well with those values that they hold over at the Kings?
Yeah, I'm just honestly so grateful to God, like putting me in a position over and over and over. And it is just like this constant theme of just refining myself and becoming a little more present, and then really trying to understand what my role is in service. Like, where do I fit in the middle, and what's kind of like, where do I liaison, sort of like, where do I get people in the right rooms with the right people so that so that things can happen, so that good things can happen. And so I'm super excited. The work I've been doing with veterans, with combat athletes, with the plant medicines, and then my own personal growth, I really couldn't be in a better position, and it makes me wonder, what's meant to come out of this, and so, I'd like to make meaning out of things, but it feels meaningful. You know, it feels like I'm in the right spot for
You are.
really big things to happen.
This is good stuff, dude. And I mean, you're good people, and I'm very happy. And plus, you live here.
Yeah.
So you have a home field advantage right now.
Totally.
So that's a really good place to be.
Totally.
We have some folks waiting, so I want to make sure we're not disrespectful of their time, but I do want to make sure I ask you, what can you promise us this season here at the PGF?
Can I promise? I promise. Yeah. I'm gonna be having a really good time. Yeah, when I'm having fun, I can kind of just let things go. Yeah, it's just like, you know me well enough. Like, I send it, so I'm going to send it, and then to be around this team is only going to sharpen me. So they're going to be fun matches. It's going to be more than just that. It's going to be entertainment all around. You know, you can expect me to show up and just be a fun, good dude. You know.
Well, you know, I have known you for a while. You caught my attention by initially being an interesting, great person, and having worked for many different organizations, I have a special spot in my heart for this one. You being here is awesome because I now get to see you in this atmosphere and under these lights, and I'm just happy you get afforded that opportunity, and I'm excited to see what you do with it, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. That's your camera. Tell the people where they can find you and, you know, where they can, you know, watch you this season, sir.
Yeah, Instagram, Fakeda JJ. That's probably the best spot. But I'd like to just shout out like Athlete's Journey Home, Operation Purify, Rising Ridge, Becoming Home. These are all missions that I align with that I would love to, for people just to look into, to see what we're doing. They're all like nonprofits, that kind of thing. So please, check them out. See what we're doing for veterans, combat athletes, traumatic brain injuries. Thank you.
My man, I'm going to let you get on out of here. Congratulations, sir. Super happy for you. All right. I got the Rodman over this way. Okay. Let's talk about a few things first.
Yeah, we can start the show now.
We can. Thank God. Okay. So you already have a hat.
I do. Had it all day.
You had it all day. Listen, dude, you had one of the easiest days there is to have, though. No, this wasn't easy? You not being picked?
Watching my boy go to the Wolverines was
Which boy are we talking about
my
here?
boy Brett.
You lost
sad.
Brett today?
I lost him. I can't even look at him.
You can't even shoot him because he's bulletproof right now.
That was the coldest line that I've heard in the PGF so
It's
far.
pretty good, I'm not going to lie.
He said, "What's going on with the fit?" And he said, "Bulletproof."
I mean, we're going to have issues here when he gets here in a second because I know I can mess with him. The issue is I don't want to give away the joke I have yet, but it hurt that they dug him away. You were very vocal with our commish and trying to go over the rules that weren't necessarily correct.
I was incorrect. No, yeah.
You were incorrect,
Yeah.
but you were trying.
I was doing everything in my power, man. That was the one thing. As soon as they put me on that front couch, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure we get Brett.
Okay.
It didn't work out that way, so I'm sorry to the squad. I let us down, but
Okay, but hold on.
Hold on.
You wanted to say you didn't get him, okay, right? But let's go over some names. You did get Sean.
Yep.
You did get Kyle.
Steal the draft.
You're saying Sean is the steal of the draft?
Kyle.
Oh,
I don't
Kyle.
know. Honestly,
Kyle went for 3, so yeah.
I know very little on Sean. I'm excited to go over his tape.
You know what's interesting about Sean is also an unknown commodity because we've seen him. He's very viral, and we know a lot about him in his gym. Now he's going to bring these followers, but how does he work in this environment? So one thing I can tell you though, stocky ass dude. So that's going to be a hard dude to put away.
Yeah, Chris was telling me about him before we drafted him. Probably the strongest guy in the draft is what he was telling me. So, you know, he's got the physicality. He's going to be training with Rodman, so he's going to have to get tough if he's not. So
it's fair enough. Have you been handing out black eyes recently? Because I've seen a couple.
Very chill the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Just started head coaching over at 10th Planet Southwest.
We should say congratulations on that, by the way,
much.
because the reason why I ask is I saw Spencer with a black eye, and you were like the first person I thought. I was like, "Is that you?" And then I realized somebody else. They were like, "Nah, it wasn't. It was somebody else." And I go, "Could it have been Derek?"
Could it have been?
Just
on Spencer, probably not, man. That's one of my one of the harder ones to get.
He's a tough kid. He's a very, very solid grappler. So happy to see that.
There's many people. I think when you think of like our competitors, our highest level competitors, you know, you obviously think of Andy, and then I like to think you think of me.
For sure.
But as far as skill level between a lot of our up and coming guys, there's no difference in skill between me and them. I feel like right now it's just a difference of me being able to grab the opportunities that are in front of me.
Mhm.
As soon as these guys start getting their opportunities more, man, they're gonna take over.
I don't disagree at all. And I think for him and a lot of the guys, you just see they want it. Like you could see it in their eyes. It's like, damn, dude, they're very focused in being a professional in this world. So makes no surprise to us here to see that happening like that. Sir, okay. So I thought it was supposed to be an easy day. It turns out it wasn't. It was a heartbreaking day for you. What can you promise us this season here in the PGF, though?
Man, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing can be promised, really, except the fact that I'm gonna win this whole damn thing.
But wait, hold on. If you heard the first part of your sentence, the second part can't make sense.
If you don't comprehend it, it's fine.
Wait,
it's
but
what
I know. I'm just saying. You just told me not to do anything.
I changed my mind, Raph. I thought I was gonna be humble. I couldn't do it.
You know what? You shouldn't be humble. Just go out there and put on a show because you did last season. And hold on, doing numbers. Where did you end up on the numbers? Were you number one last season? You were second place.
In scoring.
And hey, listen. I know Egg stole your guy, but Egg also had to resign from numbers, mostly because he's a gym owner. But we like to say he had to resign in disgrace because he couldn't get the numbers right.
He couldn't.
So I think you are due to a lot of that. So congrats on that, dude. You got him fired from his free gig of doing more work.
Yeah, I hope I get him fired from this gig. I'm very mad at that guy right now.
Hey, listen, you're gonna have all season to make him eat his words. And hold on, bring it in. I'm just gonna point this out. You know Brett's weaknesses, so like this is the time to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
He's bulletproof. He's got no weaknesses.
I mean, his arms look like you could probably shoot the arm. You know.
You look at those arms and you think those are shootable? I don't think that.
I mean, I put a bullet through them and let's find out here today.
I mean, very little things can handle Rodman though. So
hey, that's what I'm saying.
That's the difference. He rolls with Derek all the time. He doesn't always get the Rodman look. So. That's gonna be something surprising for him.
God bless. I hope I never have to roll with Rodman. I'm much happier to roll with Derek. Derek, do the shout outs. Tell the people where they can find you this season.
On Instagram, Derek_Rayfield. Everything's gonna be on there, so just follow along the journey. Butterfly X. I'm working with them this year. Thank you guys very much. You guys see me looking swaggy fresh this year. You know why.
Well, thank you again for making
Fly Southwest as well. Come in, learn from your boy Rodman.
Absolutely. Go learn from this young man.
Much nicer in person. You're probably going to get Derek. So.
Yeah, he's mostly pretty nice. And, I mean, he's got the Wakanda necklace, bro. You're going to turn into Black Panther this season. Hey, by the way, no disrespect, but look at this. Look at this ice. I love this. Everybody has very good fashion apparels. I like that.
Everything that I'm wearing is Andy's except for one article of clothing. You want to guess?
I actually don't.
All right.
I will take your word.
It's
the glasses. Damn it.
Oh, I mean, the glasses and the hat. I don't.
Oh, but I was right.
You were right, yeah.
Derek, much appreciation. I am a technicality guy because I'm still right. All right, who's next? It's up to you guys. All right, JJ.
What's up?
So excited to see you in the same way you're excited to see me.
Yeah, of course. What's up?
You were literally telling them, let me get this over with, and then you want to be like, yo, Raph, I'm so excited to see you, bro.
I am excited to see you. That's
okay.
why I wanted to cut the line.
Where do you want to go?
What do you mean?
With your girl. Where are you taking her?
Oh, we're about to go to dinner for the Las Vegas Kings.
Okay.
So I'm
trying to get this out. Okay. Super nice. I see we've media trained you well. Sir, what does it feel like right now to be a part of the Kings? Because you got to see them from afar last season. Now you're a part of them.
I'm super excited to be a part of the Kings, man. Like they have a really good structure when it comes to being like a team-based organization. So I'm really excited to see how Ricky and Kevin and Travis get together and do everything. So it's gonna be cool to see.
It feels like the little sweet talk you were doing to Travis paid off because you were super nice to him, and I couldn't blow your cover. I mean, we talked about it in our interview, but I was kind of like, hey, bud, you're a little too nice there to Travis. Just wondering what that's all about.
I'm just a nice person, man. I don't think you're giving me the credit I need.
Yeah, you're cordial. I don't know if you're nice. Cordial and nice are two different words. Look them up. But, JJ, I have to say, I'm happy for you to be back this season. You've been telling people a little bit. You made the case earlier on the pulpit. You were telling people that you made all these improvements. So now that you've got this team to be a part of, you get to show off those improvements. And I have to say, compliments. Hold on, bring it in because I can't say this out loud. You and CJ, very smart pickups.
Yeah.
Like legit, I didn't know how that was gonna happen, but like 2 vet experiences.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a good time. Like having CJ as a teammate 2 seasons in a row, it's gonna be even more chemistry on the team that I already have a lot of chemistry with the coaches and other teammates. So I'm just excited to see how that all plays out.
And now you get to do a full season of it because I know there was some chaos last year you guys all had.
Yeah.
And it was a lot to navigate. But now you have this incredible structure that
Super good.
you're going to get all this really, really cool stuff coming in. So let me ask this. You get your shot, win. What can we expect from you this season in the PGF, sir?
You can expect a lot more smart decision making when it comes to the grappling aspect. I feel like last time I was just going out there and just trying to survive and not get broken because I was already losing on the points aspect. But now I'm just going to go out there. I have nothing to lose. I have a bad reputation from last season, so I can just go out there and throw caution to the wind and just go break people, go kill them, and I'm excited for that.
That's awesome. And it's cool because now in this season, you have people that you already have storylines with.
Yeah.
Like you got people that I'm kind of interested to see you go up against.
Yeah.
So
like who?
I mean, that one right there, that seems like a fun match to run it back.
Who are we looking at right now?
Bulletproof over here.
Oh, Brett? Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
I
wait
think
to
it's
run
fun.
that one back.
I mean, he's looking over here. He's on his phone because he's just like, nah, whatever, who cares? But in his head, he's like, oh, I want to get that back too. Like,
yeah, it'll be a good one. We're 1-1. So
plus
I'm
that
excited.
Noah being in here too. I mean, there are a lot of little stories amongst even the larger scape of who's in here, and everybody gets to see those improvements.
Yeah.
So when they come in, they might expect a certain game from you, and now you're going to be a different guy. So
Heck yeah.
super cool to see, man.
Thank you so much.
You don't have to thank me. I'm happy to do the job. But I want to say this to you. We have to figure out another hobby.
Like what?
I don't know, man, because I get nervous every time I see you buy a Pokemon. What was the most recent thing you got? Because I saw this card, and I don't know what it means. So you have to tell me in your nerd thing, what does that mean?
So I just bought the Mega Charizard X from the new set Phantasmal Flames.
Okay.
That card right now is going for about $700.
Okay.
So not graded either. So just the card by itself is like $700.
Okay, so, like, how much of a cut does your dad get? Because your dad has been sporting this habit for a long time. Do you cut him for 10% at least?
10% of what? The card?
The card, yeah, the value.
I mean, he can look at my collection.
Good Lord. What a terrible son. Hey, JJ, here's what I want you to do. That is your camera. Shout out friends, family members, sponsors, anybody who takes care of you, young man.
Shout out all my family in Arizona. I love you guys. I would like to say thank you to Gaidama for helping me with my jiu-jitsu journey when it comes to the apparel, and you guys really take care of your athletes really well. Shout out Jay Pages and shout out 10th Planet Las Vegas. I really appreciate everyone that supports me.
JJ, go spend time with your lady. Enjoy your night, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
We look forward to seeing you soon. All right, ladies and gents, we roll on. Woo! I mean, you've been waiting for a while, sir. How are you doing?
Where are the cinnamon rolls? I thought you were going to bring these.
Brother, I can't get you fat until you make weight. You do understand that I went to tell people about the cinnamon roll thing, right? I told
We had a whole discussion
over here. Okay. My wife was just like, he's a child, right? And I go, yes. She goes, how does he do it? I go, it just burns off all the food so quickly.
If I didn't train,
Obese, 100%.
Game over, man. It would be bad.
So here's what I want to say to you. Let's say week 1, you make weight or something. I might have one, but I'm like, what'd you do for it? That's going to be like my money bag. I feel like I'm going to have that over the side because some of us don't got money bags like those real people do. But I might have like a cinnamon bag where I might be like, baller.
Sprinkle some sugar.
Absolutely. Just right at you, sir. What does this feel like to you? Because this was insane to be a part of just from the outside. I can only imagine when they put you up there that you go, all right, it's a roller coaster.
Dude,
Here we
the
go.
Nerves were crazy.
Yeah.
People were throwing out huge money in the beginning. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna get competitive real quick. And I was like, this is gonna be a tough one.
So when you saw the list, did you know the order that you were going in?
So I actually thought I was gonna go third.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna go third.
Okay.
Either second or third. And then I got called fourth, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be even more interesting.
Oh my
now.
God. Yeah. See, even mentioning that, especially the way it was going, and everybody was so right out of the gate. Let's just burn money. To me, I'm always like, wait, but what if I'm like 17th? I'm like, yo, I pass guard well, so like
know, you're like,
y'all save some money for that.
over here. Yeah.
But going fourth was a good position. How do you feel about that experience? And did you ever feel like you would have an experience like this in jiu-jitsu?
I mean, I think I worked hard enough to earn experiences like this. You know, I think it was always in my mind that I'd experience something like this for sure.
For sure. It's, hey, it's just a different situation because for us growing up, this was never a consideration. You had to travel 2 different states to get like $500.
Yeah.
So now seeing it is like, damn, dude, y'all are making money. This is really cool. So we're staying here this season, are we not?
Yes.
Okay. Have you made adjustments to live here? And if so, what have been the adjustments like for your life just to make you sane living out here?
It's gonna be a lot of FaceTime.
Okay.
A lot of calls back
Okay.
home. We're gonna have to fix my wardrobe a little bit. It's a little cold back in Chicago, and it's not gonna be cold here.
Oh, but like this is like granted, it looks like we're gonna go bowling for a while, but like this is a
I'm terrible at it.
no, you're okay. We just have to roast everybody, so I have to find a joke for every single person. It's a lot of work because some people I'm like, I don't have a joke for Kyle Chambers. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
you gotta think of something.
no, but I mean, he looks like a Batman villain right now. Like, we know that much.
See, that was good.
Yeah, I know. I'm still really good at my job. You're good at what you do. I just have to say, for you in particular, though, it's like adjusting from there to here. It's just a matter of wardrobe. I don't think is going to be your problem. I think it's more so might be a little hot at times, might be a little annoying at times. So just trying to find things that you can do that aren't necessarily gambling that'll get your mind and like for your free time. So figure out something that'll like be a good hobby for you.
I've been getting into chess.
Chess, really? Well, man, what a time to get into it. You know what's really sad? I feel like I'm not bad at jiu-jitsu strategy, but it feels like chess is too much work.
Yeah, you know, I say getting into it very broadly because I don't know how long we're gonna be into it. I was like, I gotta remember 60 different things.
It's tough. We run a comp class on Sundays. One of my students, he literally sees one of the other coaches, plays chess with them, and I'm like, brother, this is comp class. Like, this is me helping y'all out.
Those games aren't short either.
And no, we're not short. And literally, one of my students looks at me and goes, "So are we just rolling, coach?" And I was like, "Let's just run it." This poor dude that I'm rolling with while the other kid's playing has me for 50 minutes of me just beating him up. And then I started running out of moves to hit him with, so I was like coming up with dumber moves. So I was like, I hit a Boston Crab already.
I haven't done this in a while.
Oh, at one point I hit him with a Dragon Sleeper. And I was like, I'm very sorry. Don't ever do this to other people. But anyway, so, all right. You end up getting drafted. What has the team been like? What was the short interaction you guys had? And how do you feel you guys are going to bond?
You know, I think it'll be very interesting. I think our styles mix very well. I think we have some very good leg lockers and some very good kind of tough wrestler type guys. And I think that mix will be good for the season, especially because of how the other teams are placed. I think we'll get a lot of experience with some wrestlers and some tougher guys, and there'll also be a lot of leg lockers.
Who are you most excited to have a match with here?
Most excited? There's like so many names. I feel like all the matches are good.
Just pick one.
That's the tough
Literally,
part.
you don't even have to mean it. Just pick one. Who are you most excited to have a match with? 1, 2, 3, go.
I think Jet.
Ooh, that's going to be on money, man. That's
Because I think he's probably going to be the toughest one.
He's going to be a very tough role. So he's one of those guys that you're like, hey, Jed, how's that weight coming?
Yeah.
You doing well? Oh, no, it's not like 55. Damn it. Oh, take that,
It'll
Jed.
be fun, too, because we've trained together and rolled before, so it's like we'll kind of know
Yeah.
what each other's games are, so
For
it'll be
sure.
fun.
Well, here's what I want you to do. That is your... By the way, who picked out the socks today?
Oh, dude, I did. Do you like them?
I like them. I dig that with this all together. Very sweet.
You know, and it wasn't purpose. It was kind of like, this is what we have. This is what, so, like, I appreciate that.
It is. It's not bad because...
Appreciate that.
So, again, how do things coordinate, whatever, like this. So, like, I can get away with this because there's a little blue and blue. So, I can do my thing.
Just gotta be a little match.
Just whatever. But I was like, there's a subtle hint of how it connects to the different colors that you got with the brown scheme. So, much respect to you, kid.
Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate
That is your camera. Shout out friends, family members, sponsors, anybody who takes care of you, sir.
Shout out mom and dad. I love you guys. Shout out my girlfriend. I love you. Shout out 10 Planet Lombard and everyone back home in Chicago. Shout out Proof Sports Performance for keeping me fit and healthy. And that's it.
That's what's up. Hey, you know what? I just found out. I think I'm gonna be out there after this season at some point, so maybe in May. So I owe a visit out that way, sir.
I will see you there.
I mean, you're gonna see me plenty here. So
I know.
until then, Jaden, thank you very much, man.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you guys.
Thank you.
All right, we continue on. I've got somebody here who's been waiting very, very patiently. I want to bring on Brett, but Brett, let's talk about it, sir. Okay.
You're the only person I'll wait for, that's for sure. My time's valuable. I was about to book it from here,
Lord.
that's for sure.
You're definitely not leaving.
I
Okay.
heard that there was police around the corner. I was about to get my Jordans on and get the hell out of here.
Okay. You look like a member of the Shield or part of 50 Cent's crew, but
Both.
you like both? Okay.
Both. I'm a part of both, so I like it. but
So
I'm part of
here's the part that people might miss, okay? Because the subtlety here, I like that. I like the chain.
chains. 2, 3.
The glasses. So these are like tactical-ish glasses. Are they, what is it?
Burberry.
Burberry,
Blueberry,
okay.
Burberry.
Sorry, some of us are blind. Where'd you get these glasses from?
What I did was I walked into Caesars with about $75, and I think I flipped that to $4.50. I said, let me go down the street in Caesars here. Went to Burberry and said, yeah, thanks. That one was on the house. Appreciate it. That's why I do. That's why I do in Vegas. I take a little bit of money, I turn into a lot. That $3,000 I just got, we'll see what I turn that into. This year.
Uh-oh.
So a lot
Oh,
more than
man.
that.
So how did
Highest
it...
paid athlete on the show so far.
Well, how about this tonight? Things were insane, right? Everything's going all over the place. How did it go for you mentally? Like, how did you take this and how'd you handle all the nerves? Because this to me seems very nerve-wracking.
I'm 10 steps ahead. This has already been sought out in my head. I'm already on to the playoffs. I've already got 30K from this season because everything, all this I've seen ahead of time. I knew all this was going to happen. So I'm already in my head. I'm already in the playoffs, and I've already collected 9 out of 10 money bags that they throw this year, and I've already gotten every weekly bonus that there is to get. So everything's already happened. I'm the richest athlete in jiu-jitsu. I'm just looking ahead 6 months from now.
Okay. So you do things with purpose. I get that about you. It seems like you come here, you make a statement. Great line, by the way. I notice this is full, or getting more full. This is clear. What is the whole thing? Like, why the purpose of just one without sleeve?
Well, I mean, tattoos would be great. It would be good. It would be great. But I mean, I always tell myself, oh, I'll get some after next competition. I don't got time to take 2 weeks off. I'm a popular guy. I'm a very, very, as much as I talk, I'm very focused. I'm locked in. I'm focused on getting my hands on people. I don't want to be in there training worried about, am I infected or something like that. So it's business for me. It's tattoos, whatever it is. I'm more worried about just getting my hands dirty any chance I get.
One of my students on Monday shows me after, we have a training session. She's like, hey, coach, I'm gonna cut it short. I just got this. And I was like, when did you get that? And he goes, like on Saturday. And I go, it's Monday. What are you doing here? Bro, he's like, oh, it's just a small one. I go, what is wrong with you guys? Like, first, gross. Second of all, don't. Third of all,
enjoy the
be a professional. If you're going to do that, you have to understand I don't get to roll. And I go, guess who doesn't have any tattoos? This guy, because I don't ever want to take time off from rolling.
Right.
So I appreciate the commitment there.
100%.
But you did take time. So was this before jiu-jitsu that you got these?
Before jiu-jitsu, 90%. I think I got some tattoos on my fingers and just like small ones on my wrists and stuff that I could, maybe wear long sleeves or maybe cover up. But
okay,
yeah,
but what is this? What does this say right here?
This is a Bible verse. This is Hebrews 13:22 through 21. It's a good Bible verse. I think that you should always dig into your higher power. We're a Christian country. I think that it's very important, especially when going to war and being in such stressful situations. I think it's important to, take your time and say your prayers when you get up every morning. Be thankful because, these opportunities don't come much, but what they do is you got to thank, who put you here.
So let me point this out. We did an interview. It was great. Thank you for your time, by the way.
Of course, likewise.
But there is a difference. This is the locked-in version of you. The guy I talked to, he's fun. I like him a lot. He's a fun dude. This dude is very businesslike, and I do see the difference between the two. I'll be honest with you. I don't know that I see that from everybody else. And so it makes you stand out a lot quicker here.
this was a day at the office for me.
Mm.
This was week 1 of the season for me, and I came in and people were saying best dress, this and that. You know what I mean? They gave it to Kyle Chambers. That's just to make 2026 feel good. You know what I mean? It's to wave the California flags for Kyle.
Let me. Oh wow. Hold on. Let's not talk trash about California. We got an issue right there. I want to make sure. Like there is no more West Coast guy here than me. Everybody else here is I get it. We're Southern. We love those folks, but they're literally there is a knife on hand at all times. At one point when Derek's like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot that man?" I was like, "Yeah, he's got arms. Shoot the arms. I can't shoot the chest. That's fine. I want him to live and remember this. That's why you shoot the arms." But I want to tell you, I feel like you are coming into this in a very, very good way. Like you coming in with this attitude is going to take you, I think, a little bit further than somebody who's just a little more G Willikers. This is amazing. Like you're in a place where I'm hoping great things for you, and I'm hoping you get to really showcase your art that you have been working on as an athlete for all those years. So I have to ask this though. What can you promise us this season here at the PGF? Because right now, hold on. This is why I stop you. I want to make sure. I already know you have pre-packaged lines. So I'm going to let you do it. But I want you to know I listen so that when the pre-packaged lines hit the microphone, there will be a follow-up. The floor is yours.
Be firing a lot of shots, just like I did in the qualifier. People saw whether it's arrows or whether it's bullets. And, I got the right protection on me to defend all those shots. So it's like, have fun firing shots at something that deflects bullets. So it's, I'm be sending a lot of bullets this year. Everybody knows on a serious note, you know what you're going to get from me. It's like, my qualifier speaks for itself. If you want to judge my career, go and watch the qualifier. Go and you know what you're getting from me. I train at the #1 scrappiest school in the country, and I think that everybody will literally sit down, and if you're like, what's the scrappiest school in the country? There's no doubt. You don't even got to answer. You know it's 10th Planet Las Vegas. So it's like every Wednesday night, it's going to be a break from the hardest days of my life. Monday through Thursday are the hardest rounds of my life. Coming in to compete, this is just like fun. This is icing on the cake. So it's like, if you want to watch me have fun, me do what I do best. I feel like in PGF right now, I'm just so comfortable. It's like, I don't feel like I'm out of my element. I just feel like they designed PGF for me. I feel like this show I just feel like this is a Brett Moyer show. That's truthfully how I feel. I've never been this comfortable in competition setting, and I feel like this is just all the cards just falling right where they should be. It's just blackjack after blackjack after blackjack. Big payday after big payday after big payday.
The jersey is strong with this one today, but let me specify something here. So I don't know if you saw. I mean, you got talked about a couple times here. You were picking it all up. JJ at one point was like, "Well, who are you excited for you to have a rematch with, or for him to have a rematch with?" And I was like, "I'm the guy behind you," because those were fun. But then Derek Rodman's here, so you got Rayfield telling me you hurt him today. How did that feel for you to not be on the same team with him?
Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Heartbroken. It's like we're like a family at 10th Planet Las Vegas, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm going to have to go and process that, you know what I mean, on my own. Derek, I told him personally, Derek tried sacrificing some of his own money.
I saw that.
To get me. It's just like, dude, that's a RN right there. That's a real one for you. And it's just like, that's the type of loyalty that those dudes have, and that's just what that speaks for. That he be like, nah, take my money to get him. And he was trying to negotiate with BMAC, and he was trying to negotiate after it. So it's just like, that means the world to me, honestly, to have a group of people that have my back so strong like that. It's like, anytime I go to war, regardless if we're on separate teams or not, I know Derek got my back. I know Andy got my back. I know all my training partners, Casey. I know everybody's got my back. So it's just like, that means to see that Derek time and time again will go in there and just consistently show it. It's why he's a leader. That's why he's been around. That's why he has, you know, I mean, all everything aside, all gimmicks and everything aside, that's why he's a real OG in this sport. As
absolutely.
a young man, he's a real OG in this sport. And I think that he deserves his credit and his respect no matter what. You know, I mean, if the cards align that we have to stand across from each other, so be it. It's like, I hope one of us gets paid a lot for it. But, you know, I mean, until I'll process that when the bridge comes. It's the only match I don't want.
Yeah.
This is like family. But, you know, I mean, other than that, ABG.
Mhm.
Every single person can get it. Anybody.
Well, not me. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm
Whoever
good.
wants it, ABG.
But anybody else, anybody can get it in the PGF, not outside. We don't do that here. We just want to make sure anybody can get it on the mats who is in the PGF or gets picked up as a free agent toward there. But I have to say, happy for you, man. It was cool to be able to you were my last interview before we were doing this, and to see how quickly things change. Like literally a few days ago, it's like, well, I hope things work out, and then they do. So happy for you, sir. I wish you success. I know you're going to kill it, sir. And, you know, definitely he's going to be one to watch this season, guys.
Of course. Tune in, baby. You know it's going to be action-packed all season. I love you guys. Thank you for everything.
All right, my man. Please enjoy your night, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bud. All right, guys. This has been illuminating, I think. I think that we have gotten to learn. Well, yes, please, obviously. Just a couple minutes. Hold on. No, of course you can, sir. You know, the body language said something. We just haven't fully had the chance to talk, so I will bring it. Hold on. No, hold on. He already crashed an interview tonight. I'm just telling you. He showed up when I said someone else looked dressed nice. Not even the best dressed. Speaking of best dressed, hey, it's a pleasure to finally meet. My name's Raph.
It's wonderful to meet you in person and put a face with a name.
Absolutely. And by the way, congratulations on your franchise. Congratulations on everything you're setting up here. It is wonderful to see you do that. I'm going to ask, do you mind scooting up just a little bit? On over to the mic. Okay. How much relief do you have now that at least the draft is done?
It's an incredible amount of relief because we had our two reserve players, Derek Rayfield and Andrew Cockle, and now our team is finally fully formed with those 3 remaining roster spots, plus our 2 free agents, which is kind of nice as a backup. You know, if someone gets injured or something, one of those guys like Armin can go right in and hit the mats rolling.
Okay. I can't say this on air later yet, but there was a thought that was circulating my head when I started looking at how you guys were drafting. So let's look at some names. You had Andrew, you had Derek, you had Sean, you had Kyle, you had Noah. I can't say that you won the draft because that's what a season's for, but this is a very strong roster, I have to admit, and I was very impressed with the way that you guys ended up. A few notes, just from an observer. Obviously, Andrew, it means the world to him to be a Philly representative, so that's A+, awesome. Derek Rodman Rayfield, a standout last year, second highest point scorer of last season. Sean Melanson, a big question mark, but one that you guys are willing to make not only a statement and say, we believe in him, and even if, this is a foolish thing to say, but even if his jiu-jitsu wasn't as good as some people's, he's a big boy to put away.
Big, strong guy,
so,
right?
like, then if he's good at jiu-jitsu and he's big, can be a bully on the mats, which is a great place to be. Kyle Chambers, the esteemed, and of course, Noah McCauley, who was widely sought after all the way at the end of the draft. So before I even ask you another question, just congratulations. I like how you played that one.
Thank you so much.
That's
appreciate that.
it's tough. It's very tough because I saw some good moves happening today, but I was very impressed. So for you, why pick a team? Like, why did you feel the need to actually become a team owner here, a franchise owner in the PGF?
Certainly. So a little bit of a backstory. I started training jiu-jitsu with my husband a little over 3 years ago. And we quickly fell in love with the sport. It was great because I was going through weight loss, so it kept me active. We were learning self-defense, and we found a hobby that we enjoyed together. So at some point, we started watching the PGF together, live streaming, and I got super into it as well as my husband. And we just really liked the unique rule set, the fact that there was a shot clock and there was incentives for that high-energy, submission-seeking sportsman-like, and we get the money bags if you did a good enough job, which throws in an element of entertainment. So we like that a lot. And we just thought to ourselves, we want to be part of that in some capacity. So the next thing you know, we're talking to DMAC, and we ended up buying a franchise. And I became the first female franchise owner, which is cool. And we have not looked back since. And it's truly wonderful to have something which began as our hobby turn into a full-time career for me.
It's really unique, and I was thrilled last year when I saw you making the rounds, because we hear rumors, we don't know everything. I'm usually the last person to know most things. But I saw you right around here last season, and I was like, is she gonna buy the team? And, that word travels fast, and yes, you're gonna be the first female franchise owner. That's an accomplishment already. But then to see the moves that you've been making, so picking the Dream, who's, I say this as a member of the staff, perhaps the most beloved staff member here. And he's always going to have a presence, and having his black belt knowledge, because most people know him as a voice, but he's an incredibly talented black belt. So having him as a guiding force as a general manager, Chris Olivo, an incredible competitor. So you put up this great staff already, and then I see you even making moves where before even Egg can do this, you've got a Patreon because you want to create a community and a podcast. And I thought, all right, these guys are very fastly making their way into becoming the Lakers, the Yankees, and learning how to franchise properly. So from afar, I've already seen you guys make really strong moves. And that was before we even talked about what you did today.
Well, thank you so much. We're certainly trying to get the word out about the PGF as well as our brand new franchise. And, kind of like in the early days of the NFL, we're finding our footing as a franchise. We're debuting season 9, which is right around the corner, by the way. We've got the draft, which is complete tonight. And then the season 9 is like March 4th through April 8th. So we're less than a month out from that. And we're beyond excited. We're bringing high energy, submission seeking, all of that.
It is so cool to see everybody who has a franchise kind of put their own spin on it. And I just felt like for you, the Kings have their style. And when I saw you put your spin on it, I was like, oh, I see it. She's pulling a Jimmy Bus over here with this. It's cool to see you already come up with how to market that group and what you're going to do. So I'm very excited to see what the season holds in store for you. I got to ask, though, who amongst your guys are you excited to see match up with someone else's guy? Because you have some great athletes here. I'm just wondering if there's any one or two matches that just kind of now that you know that they belong to other teams, seeing one of them go up against somebody else from a different team.
Okay, this is a fun one. I think Sean Melanson is going to have some fun, exciting matches for sure. Maybe going up against Cam Hurd and Elijah Carlton.
That's the one I always think. So with Cam and him, I was like, oh my God.
That's going to be great, right?
We got to, we got to reinforce. We might get a pit for just that match.
And you know what? We're having so much fun with the theming of our team. I like sci-fi things, old classic sci-fi movies. So we're bringing the alien mystery type stuff. And we're ready to go.
That's awesome. And I think, like I said, I feel like Sean, who already is going to bring a different audience to us, which is great. But if you watch his techniques, you're always just curious, man, how is that going to work here? He seems like he's got really strong foundations to what he does. He talks about, if I remember correctly, I think he talked about having a pretty strong arm bar and pretty strong, versatile game. And for me, I just think, if a guy like that can get a couple chokes, he can very quickly emerge himself as a leader in the points board.
Absolutely. He's a big, strong guy, and I'm seeing a lot of promise with his technique, and he's got a big fan following on social media, and the instructionals he's putting out, those are spreading like wildfire. We're super happy to have him on the team, happy to have all the guys, actually, and I think it's going to be amazing to see how it all unfolds on these mats pretty soon.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so glad you walked up because it's been on my to-do list. It's just, this is a beast. and I'm always looking, and I never want to interrupt, especially the first day when everybody's trying to make the foundation. But we've been watching from afar. We haven't missed a step that you've been doing, and we are very excited for the Philly Phenoms to make their presence heard here at the PGF.
Thank you so much. I can't thank you guys enough.
Well, we look forward to a great season. Please enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank you so much. All right, somebody who's the best dressed is making their way.
Finally,
Yes.
Best for last, I guess,
Please. Oh my goodness. We don't even know if you're my last, honestly. Is he my last?
What was
Or do
you
I have
say?
other? I
What was
mean,
you say?
you don't know. You'll tell me. We'll just say it. This dude just wants branding. He's like,
We
nah,
just
I'm
put
done.
everybody else at different
Well,
times. so I'll
okay,
get best
okay.
for
So
last.
let's do this. We're going to move up a little bit, sir. It's okay. So, for you.
Yes, sir.
Why come back? Because for you, this is a crazy thing to be a part of. And you've done crazy things. And you're an incredible competitor. And so for me, I'm just like, the hardest thing I have ever heard you say, which is, I hate teams. Because you like to put it on yourself, win or lose.
Correct.
And yet, here we are, back once again at a
Yeah.
team event, sir.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a good challenge, and me, I don't like to stay away from challenges. It's kind of hard to like, oh, that's a challenge, and not let me like shy. I know
Yeah.
that it covers, So if it's a challenge I haven't really conquered, I kind of want to do that as many times as I can, just to get that experience. There's a lot of good people in this tournament too, so it's not like it's going to be a bunch of chumps, which is really good for me because we have trials, we have a lot of other big high-level competitions coming up, so I like to have that. I feel like this is almost like cross training or something like that because it's 6 weeks, of course, but with 3 matches a day, I love having that experience.
So let's talk a little bit about your team. Because
Yes.
I was just telling your owner, the team owner, I kind of thought they did a great job on the draft. And there was something that got said today, and I don't think it's out of line, but they said you at 3,000 is a steal. Do you feel that way? And right now, what were the nerves like? Because you've done this before, but it's a little different this time. So what were the nerves like today as all of this craziness is going on? And you see where you are in the draft, and you're like, yo, save some money, please.
I know. So I was 5th on the draft. I have a lot of expectations for myself. But when the first 2 picks go for like 55, 54, 5,200, I'm like, there's not that much money for the rest of us. And I know, I'm like, what am I going to do? Because like, even after I got picked, they're like, man, we wanted you, but there was not enough money for you. Because I knew I wasn't going to be super cheap. So it was like when all those big, those big 5,000, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to be on that team. I'm not going to be on that team. So I was like, I'm always going to probably be stuck with 2 different teams just because I know I'm not going to go for $1,000, So it's just like, it's a blessing and a curse to be who you are sometimes.
Well, it's that, but it's also just like, I love when these drafts happen because there's the draft, and then there's the courtship that didn't happen, and everybody being like, I'm so sorry, I would have bet more on you if I wasn't incompetent with my money. Then we're like, shut up. Like at that point, if I'm you guys, I'm like, that's cool. Next time,
do a little bit better.
do a little bit better is 100% what something I would say.
I love you, but do it better. Just do it.
I love you, but do better. And you know what? I'll see you this season is what
Yeah,
I would
for
probably
sure.
say. I just felt like I heard steal of the season so far, and you went for the average. But
I don't think I would have went for the average if they were.
I don't, and the thing, I can't make numbers, accusations, speculation. It is just what it is. But for me, that's a huge upside. Now, since we have seen you last, they have included money bags. And I'm wondering, when you were watching last season, were you watching at home and going like, oh, cool, now you're doing money bags?
I was just like, oh, that's interesting. I wish we had that last season. It's like the season once you're not in it. It's like, oh, now we have incentive.
Bro, the amount of people in the chat that are just like, cool story. Thanks for doing that when I was here. It's like, I'm not in charge.
Every meme possible you could have thought of. Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's what
anytime
made me
somebody's
think.
like, I have feelings about that, I go, direct them somewhere else. I'm happy to echo. But I just knew you are a player that gravitates toward the bigger moments. And like, I'm not going to be surprised if you get some money bags this season. So I feel like that status, you putting it on your back, is going to be something very interesting. But I will say, with the team here as well, everybody here did go about the exact same price. So they spent their money at least to the point where you got on the average. My big concern when I saw like, hey, they're going for those, I was like, bro, you better save some for my boy Kyle Chambers. Though. These things do not come cheap. So at the very least, we need to recoup costs.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should have sat up there and be like, how much do you think I got this for?
Yeah.
So at the very least, I should not be losing money coming
Just showing up here, yeah.
to show up.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. And I feel like you can get away with that. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Give me your 3 best dressed who weren't you. Because everybody knows you're not going to allow me to say you weren't the best dressed. But I want to hear who impressed you.
Dylan. You know what I mean? It was about to be one of those moments.
I still can't believe you snooped in.
I
know you heard. I know you have that. But you couldn't just let the conversation exist.
I couldn't.
But the thing is, I just wanted to compliment Sam. Because, okay, Sam, you're not here anymore. You're not watching this. But, like, Sam stepped it up.
Yeah.
And I was.
I like the different of the green because a lot of people don't have the confidence to pull off.
They
the green.
don't.
I gave him his fire.
But you didn't. You came and took them right back. You said, oh, I can't. No, I need to take that back. No, he gets nothing. I never said he would look good. So, 3 best dressed who were not you today. And you can even pick from outside the PGF. Because, or the players, you can pick.
I like CJ's, the shoes, the attire, you know.
Okay.
I don't know where he's at right now, but I did like his overcoat and his shoes. Like, I'm a very fashionable guy, so I love accessories and I love from head to toe. Some people have a good top, but the bottom is not that great, or vice versa, you know. So I love his look up. He had fresh hair, you know. I feel like that's really good. You know, had a nice jacket.
By the way, CJ's. I didn't even get to talk about this with him. The snakes on it. Is always like, that's your personality. Like, I see that, and there's elements of anime that he really loves, and that's his character. So I see you on that. Okay.
CJ, I guess we can give it to Sam. You know, he can be up there at number 2 or something. You know, he could be up there just because he's 10th Planet. You know, I
the
gotta
stress I had thinking I'm sending 10th Planet on 10th Planet Crime before the season's even started, just because someone showed up and wore a suit, and I was like, "Hey, man, you look pretty good." What was that? Like, my man showed up like Joe Jackson.
I was like, I heard my name. What? What are we talking about? Oh no, we can't be the same category.
Let's be very clear. You have this. You're not losing. No one has this and is going to lose. Yeah. Okay, so that's 2.
That's 2.
You got to pick one more.
I forgot my man's name. I don't know. Actually, let me see. I'm trying to think who impressed me. It's 2 different people.
Okay.
I love the traditional tux look, the white and black tux.
Clayton.
Yep. I kind of like that. You know, it's like, it's safe though. You know what I mean? It's just one of those like safe but formal. It's cool.
Let's be real though. Jiu-jitsu people, not super good with fashion. Okay. Yeah. But when he showed up, even though it was safe, I was like, you know what?
Good. I love a good bow tie. You know what I mean? I love the complimentary.
Hold on. Was it a clip on though?
I don't know. That kind of takes a couple points down.
Because I was trying to figure it out what he was talking, but I do this thing. I can do it a little differently. You're wearing glasses, so you're cheating. But with other people, I try to look them directly in the eye. And with him, I was kind of like, don't look too much at the bow tie. Make eye contact with him. And then I definitely stared at it a couple times. I'm not sure. I'm not certain.
So if not that.
Okay.
I forgot. Guy's name. He's wearing all black.
Okay.
And I believe I like the.
That was Josh Squires, I believe. Mm-hmm. So you want to know? Okay, here are the jokes I told each of them. I said that for Josh Squires, he looked like somebody who would reject me from a fancy club.
He's the bouncer in the front.
But then he said this. He was like, "Bro," he goes, "Don't I look like I'm in a John Wick movie?" And I was like, "Oh no, that's not good for you." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "That means you're getting your head kicked in by John Wick."
That's true.
If you're not John Wick, you're not beating him.
Yeah, you're not.
You're a dude who's like, he's here. Then you get knocked out.
10-second scene.
I'm like, I didn't want to do you dirty like that. You did yourself dirtier than I did you.
For sure.
I said for our man Jake Strauss over here, I said he looked like Ben Askren on vacation. I think Jaden Groner over here, I told him he looked like he's going to challenge me at a bowling alley. Like, I had jokes for everybody. The problem is, the best I had for you is I'm like, you look like an eccentric Batman villain that's about to come do me wrong.
Like a Two-Face? Two-Face always had a
It's
cane.
but the problem is, Two-Face would look like a chump next to you. This is
Yeah.
legit, like, because you know what would happen? When you leave, this thing's flying in the wind. You're like, I think it's time to go. So I definitely enjoyed what I saw today, but I think what we're seeing now is, you did it once. Mm-hmm. Do you show up at least elevated status, or are we back to sweats when you're competing now?
Yeah, man, it's locked in, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
So this is it.
This is pretty much it. It's
Okay.
like, often, if I'm teaching, coaching, and stuff like that, of course, you dress up because you're not in that mood. But, when you're in that killer mood, it's just sweats, hoodie, glasses, music.
Can I ask your thoughts on Brett's bulletproof vest, though?
Believe it or not, I have one of those.
You do? Okay.
Mine is more fashionable, but I have one of those in my closet, too.
Brother, it's how do I put this? I think the people know that yours is a fashionable vest.
Yes, that is the
and his is a tactical vest. And it also begged the question, sir, why do you have this? What have you gotten into?
Bulletproof. He said, nobody can touch
hey,
him,
it was a good line.
It's
I'll
a
give him that.
statement. It's a statement.
But Derek's over here and he tells me, he's like, I go, bro, don't make me shoot that man. He's like, but he's bulletproof. I was like, his arms aren't.
His head is not.
I was like, bro, you're a little more vindictive than I am. I just like to think, I'm like, I want to shoot him in the arm just so he'll remember and be like, hey, you live because I want you to remember that. Meanwhile, you're just like, nah, dude, shoot him in the head. I'm like, you have been raised very well. I don't know where this comes from. So, all right, let's get to business.
Yes,
What
sir.
can you promise us this season at the PGF, sir?
Yes, sir, man. I can guarantee me being uniquely myself. Bringing my unique style, inverted, attacking for the leg locks, going for all kind of different stuff in the scrambles. Me and my game, if you see it, is not points oriented, bro. It's not trying to win by decision. It's trying to break a limb off or choke somebody to get that finish. We're not here to make friends during the matches. After we can have a good time, but during it, we're trying to get these highlights. That's kind of my game. I like to get the highlights and post you on my Instagram.
I like that. And you know what? Here's what I want to say that works in your favor. There's a couple guys here who are leg lockers. And then there are real leg lockers. That's all I'm going to say. I'm nervous because they're just like, my game is, I'm pretty good with legs. And I'm like, for sure. Me too.
Me too.
I don't think I would do well with a couple of these guys on legs, And
There's some good guys here.
I have a saying that I tell my students: never leg lock a leg locker, because you'll find out very quickly.
Who's a leg locker?
Yep. And some of my students, they're like, dude, they don't listen to me, and I'm like, I'm just letting you know. Go at your own caution. Do what you need to do. I go, but if you want to learn, go learn. It's just know when to tap. That's all.
For sure.
And guess what? One of my students, he looked at me and he was like, Coach.
You might have been right.
No, he went to go roll with somebody, and I was like, hey, man, this guy's, he's pretty good. He's like, okay, heard. He immediately starts to attack legs, literally gets heel hooked in 2 seconds. And I stared at him, and I go, what do you want me to do, bro? I'm just letting you know. So I'm excited for you in this season to do what you do best, because I think there's a couple interesting matchups for you stylistically that could be very fun to watch. So I'm gonna definitely be piqued interest on how that goes. But I'm very excited to hear that you're also gonna be here this season. So you are rerouting everything to be here.
Here for the full 6 weeks.
All right, man.
Fully dedicated.
I mean, here's the thing. We're really putting this whole teams thing to use. But I can tell you, you do have a pretty good team. So it is cool to see that you've got Derek here. Noah seems like somebody who's going to gravitate to your game style and be right there with you. And, Andrew's game, man, he really wants to play. So I'm very excited that you came back this season. Here's what we're going to do. That's the camera. Tell the people where they can find you, and shout outs to any sponsors and people who take care
What
of you,
up, guys? Kyle Chambers here, 10 Planet Oceanside, 10 Planet Freaks. You can find me on Instagram, K_Chambers10P. My sponsor is X-Guard, of course, or X-Marshall, I should say, excuse me. I would like CBD, Anime Ape Official. Like I said, you guys can find my Instagram, Kyle Chambers, K_Chambers10P. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the season.
Here's what we're going to do. One point this season, we are going to go out for food.
Oh,
and we will. Oh, no. I mean, here's the nice part is I can do it when you're in season.
Okay.
Because
that makes
there's
sense.
only so much you can
I
do.
was gonna say I can't go too far. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when you got to be a good boy and make sure you're not eating too badly.
Not if it's a Thursday.
No, I'm not staying on Thursday, bro.
Yeah,
I got
right after
I got place to go. You guys are staying.
Wednesday night. Wednesday night after. I'm eating. Okay. You know what I mean? So we could do that, and I have no limits if it's that night.
I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna figure out something.
What's your poison?
I'm a taco guy, so
Taco
I
guy?
love.
We're in Vegas.
Brother, I know. We've done this discussion before.
Okay, I was gonna say, you see my whole manners, like, bro.
But hold on. You know what I do?
Yeah.
I just do Mexican racial profiling, and I'm like, I like that guy.
That's true.
There was a place. Actually, it's not far from here. there was a place I went to. Bro, I looked it up on Yelp or something. I was just like, I don't know if I trust this. I show up there. The minute I was greeted, I was like, yep. I literally had $30 worth of stuff, and I just go, nope, more, that, one of that, one of that. And then I did one of those things where you look at them and you go, what would you get? And they go, I would get this, senor. And I was like, yep, that's going in there too. So we'll find a place. It doesn't have to be tacos. I also get down on Asian food. I get down on everything. The issue is we're going to film it because I just want to show a perspective of when I'm like, this is enough food for a normal person, and this is what you're eating.
Yeah.
And you cannot fast on that day. So that is the one rule, is because when you are like, oh man, I just eat because I haven't eaten in 5 days. I go, yeah, of course you're going to eat all that.
Okay, fair.
All right, man.
Fair.
Kyle
Thank you
Chambers,
for having
I
me.
appreciate you. Congratulations
Thank you,
on
guys.
your being booked here, and we look forward to seeing you this season, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Oh, boy. Our thanks to one of the best dressed people in the PGF this season for being here. Wow. Wow. The disrespect from only one of the best dressed here was noted. I want to make sure we took care of that.
Did he tell you what I said?
What did he say?
I think, I don't know if I said I was like, if it was between me and Raph for Best Dressed Media Day, like, you know, Raph thinks he has it in the bag, but I'm here to be the show.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I have it in the bag, especially with
He's taking everything that I work for.
But, I mean, I look good, so I want to make sure I do look very presentable here, people. This has been fun. We have had our first taste of getting to chat with people. And guys, here's how this is working. We will be back on the bullpen later this week. Tim and I will have a full wrap-up show where we'll talk about everything that I'm sure you guys were talking about in the comment section. We'll probably feed through those and see what you guys were saying. But you got to see a little bit of the personalities here, and there's much, much more to expect. Of course, We Are Fridays will also be the pre-show for the PGF this season. But in addition to all of those things, we hope that you guys are enjoying all of the different characters that are going to be a part of the season. The playoffs are, of course, in April, but the opening day begins on March 4th. So you got 6 weeks of back-to-back straight action here at the PGF, and we hope that you make it appointment television. So we also want to say shout out to everybody here who stayed it all the way through. It's been a long-ass day. But before we start breaking, we just want to say to those of you who are having issues going on right now, I hope that you make the best out of your situation. You find help, resources, anybody who you need to talk to. And I think for the jiu-jitsu community, by and large, this is a time where we need to meet the moment a little bit better. So I hope that we are able to foster a better community, and we're going to have conversations that are going to be messy. And I hope that people are receptive to those conversations being a little messy, but so that we can improve and create a safer space for everybody who trains. Thank you very much for allowing us to come into your houses today. We will be back here very, very soon. March 4th, write it down. I know you're with a pen. Do it right now. March 4th, opening day. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Raph Esparza. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.